you start your Thursday morning off with a big guttural yell. Padres sweep. Dodgers get swept. Padres are in first place. Pretty happy Thursday here on Ben and Woods 97.3 The Fan. Let's get our heads very right for a long day of Padres discussion here on 97.3 The Fan. Certainly it is a roundtable Thursday. It's a first place roundtable Thursday. We haven't had one of those in a while. It's been a while. Yeah, a long time.
Well, in the second half of the season, it's been since 2010. The Padres were in first place for a while in the first half of the season. Early in the season, they had the best record in baseball this year at one point. Go ahead, yeah. I'm learning to accept it.
Is it comforting to you at all?
No, but
it comforts me.
It's no longer the worst sound I've ever heard because I now have a positive association with it.
Like
Padres victory.
Like Pavlov.
Yeah, exactly.
You are Pavlov's dog.
Let's
get fed.
I mean,
real good.
I appreciate the Padres winning for sure. I don't know that that's related to the bird call.
I don't know that
it's not. I do know that it feels like, that high-pitched noise that like dogs freak out about.
Yeah, the dog whistle.
That it sounds like that tone in my ear when you play it.
Yeah. It's I like it. The warbling is comforting to me. And we did it and we haven't lost since. So I'm keep doing it. That's how we do it, things around here. And somebody said never change the water in that thing. No, I actually change the water every single morning. Alex is in the chat to remind us that the Padres still have to play games and beat the Dodgers this week and next. We know, but
thank you, John Smoltz.
I can't celebrate games that haven't happened yet. I can't celebrate what happened yesterday.
But now the Dodgers also have to play the Padres and beat the Padres. And you couldn't always say that. You could sometimes say, yeah, the Dodgers have to play these games because everyone has to play the games, so they don't really have to win them. They're so far ahead. Now they do.
Yeah, they do. That's exactly right. You actually have to play and try to execute if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres, certainly. But I will say I loved that laugher yesterday so much, so very much, and I do love a day game. We're very lucky, or I'll speak for myself. I'm very lucky in the respect that you get out of here at 10:30 or whatever. You get home, you get your Jersey mics. You chill for a while, and then the game comes on. And I had to, go pick up Bo from school, but you get to listen to Jesse Agler on the drive, and it all works out. I mean, to have that laugher to where once the game starts, after about 30, 45 minutes, you're like, if I doze off here, it's not really going to matter. Like, it was a total laugher, exactly what we needed. It's probably the first time I was thinking about been together almost 8 years as a show. Probably the first time we ever spoke something into existence. Usually we say something and the opposite happens. Like that happens all the time. And it's not a curse. It's just weird how it's just one of those weird coincidences. Like earlier in the week, we said, Fermin's not going to give you any pop. Iglesias isn't going to give you any pop. Both those guys hit a home run in separate games, and we won this series. We swept this series. Yesterday, we all said, how great would it be to get a nice long outing from Nick Pivetta, rest all the big arms, the offense to come through and get a laugher and put your foot on the throat, play FU baseball, sweep the Giants.
Give guys like Miller and was it Estrada like 3 full days,
3
rest?
days off.
Let's go.
And that's exactly what happened. So pretty weird when that happens. But hey, man, I'll take it every single time. I'm Woodsy, by the way. That's Paul Reinl. He's the executive producer of the program. And Ben Higgins is your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Your thoughts, my friend?
First of all, good morning, everybody, to Padres fans in particular, but also hello, Dodgers fans. We know you'll be here for the next few days because that's what happens this time of year. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited about what's coming up in the next week and a half. 6 games against the LA Dodgers that will likely go a very long way into deciding who wins the division, and ultimately maybe who gets a bye in the first round of the playoffs. This is what we do it for, and now we're here. Put yourself in position. That's all you can do.
It's the dream, right? That's what you play for, and just very happy with the guys and how they played, and watching them go out and execute yesterday was pretty special. Pretty special indeed. Got a couple breaks that went our way, but, I mean, look, this team's playing really good baseball, really good baseball.
Sometimes those breaks, it just feels different when you're playing good baseball around it. You feel like they're good luck. those are always bad luck things. You know, the other team's going to say, God, that's just bad luck.
Yeah.
That ball just, how does the ball hit second base and just bounce like that? And you're thinking it's just bad luck. And then when everything's going right, you're like, every once in a while, that stuff just helps.
It was, you know, in a total laugher game, you still saw max effort from guys. You really did. You saw incredible defense late in the game, up a bunch of runs. You saw guys taking extra bags. You know, I saw Elias Diaz go first to third, you know, on a single, up a lot of runs, you know, and that to me says, okay, we have now turned it on. And I'm sure we're going to talk about it on the roundtable today. This weird, and I think I saw Scraby mention, I saw something on Twitter. This Mike Schilt friggin' second half thing is odd. It's odd. You can't quantify it, but that's what he's done every single year that he's been a manager. He turns it on in the second half, and by he, I mean his team. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. It's some weird potion, but it seems to work, and you can't really put your finger on it. Now, of course, it's not over yet. 41 games to go, but so far, so good in the second half.
Yeah, it's a good thing to remember. 41 games
that's a buttload of games, man.
Games. It's still middle of August, and this season goes until the end of September.
Yep.
So there's a lot of baseball left to be played. But at this point, you know, 41 games, Padres have a one-game lead on the Dodgers, which means you need to match the Dodgers for the last 41.
Correct.
There's no one else that really can catch you at this point. You know, the Giants are 10 games back.
Yep.
So if the Dodgers go 23 and 17 or 18, then you need to go 23 and 18. If the Dodgers go 25 and 16, you need to go 25 and 16.
Yeah.
That's the goal now the rest of the season. All you have to do is match the Dodgers game for game. You just don't know how well they're going to play, but that's the
Dodgers lost yesterday, but Ohtani struck out 7.
So that means they won.
I think they really won.
According to Greg Amsinger, he also had a triple. He also struck out 3 times. But I think that qualifies in the team lost, but they won. So it's weird. It works weirdly in the standings when you lose, but you actually win a game. It's very odd how they calculate that in the standings.
It comes into play in tiebreakers or something.
So
right. Tiebreakers. How many games did you lose, but you actually won because Shohei Ohtani pitched?
That clip was "Don't do this the day you travel."
Yes,
I needed it from you that day.
Oh, I wanted to. Trust me. Out of all the clips we could have played when I was gone,
embarrassment.
I wanted to be there for that so badly. And I wasn't. I was traveling. That was my day back from Kauai, but I was glad you guys got to do it. It was really cool. Hey, I would be remiss if I didn't wish my beloved mother a very happy birthday today. Happy birthday
Marsha.
My sweet, sweet angel mom.
Happy birthday,
who does everything for everyone all the time. She is going to go to lunch today and go get
like ladies who lunch, or
I think with her mom, I think.
Okay.
And get a facial, which sounds weird. But happy birthday.
Only Mom. If you make it.
I somebody was going to. Thought it might be you.
It was just you.
Happy birthday, Mom. Love you very much. We all do.
I do want to give a quick update. Yesterday, I did go out to San Diego State football practice after the show for a story, but the update is I ran into Darnay Tripp from NBC 730.
Did you?
He ducked me yesterday.
Did you?
I did, and had a nice long conversation about the topic du jour yesterday, and that was the tweet that was sent out by NBC 7 chronicling all the fun Dodgers walk-up songs to a San Diego television station. And he was in the torture chamber, as you can imagine. He was
just a wreck.
We kind of nailed it perfectly. He was dealing with his twins. He was, running around in the morning. He said they were yelling at me. It was one of those mornings, you know what they're like with your boys, and just all over it.
Almost
and then all
every
of a sudden
day,
he grabs his phone and looks, why do I have 78 text messages? And it's oh no, and what's going on here? And he calls and he goes, why is this up on our website? Why did we send out this tweet about Dodgers content? And he said, we need to take this down immediately. And of course he said that was like at 10 a.m. and by 3:00 they had taken it down.
What took so long?
But he said it was just one social media person who doesn't follow sports at all and got, pushed some content, and she said, oh, this looks fun. and just
probably thought Southern California.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not really a sports person. I don't understand why this would be a problem at all. Seems like an innocuous, fun story about baseball players and the kind of music that they like. Let's send this out to our viewers and our followers on social media.
Trying to do the mega market bit.
Yeah, he said she was obviously horrified later. She thought, oh, this was like the most embarrassing moment of my life. He said it was the most engaged tweet they've ever had, but he said we deleted it. So I guess we don't even get anything out of that either.
It's hard to navigate. It is. This is a really hard market to navigate. And there needs to be some sort of one sheet when you start. For anybody new, you have to embrace San Diego. You have to embrace San Diego, but you have to know the bugaboos and the buttons not to push. And it took me many, many years to learn. And I don't know that I still have it down pat, but you can't come in here. You can't come in here from LA and start waving it around. You just can't. You can't come in here from Boston and start waving it around. You can't come in here from New York and start waving it around.
You can't come in here from North Carolina and say that your Mexican food is better than ours.
You just can't. They never let that guy forget that. Never. It's just, and he, in his mind, he goes home that day talking about Will Myers, of course, and he goes, I mean, all I said is I like queso. Like, I like white queso. I think it's pretty good. They never let him forget it
ever.
And they're like, we like you, but we'll never love you.
It's such a small thing.
It's such a small thing.
And we're usually such an easygoing people here in San Diego.
See, that's what San Diegans think that they are. They're not. You're very hard to please. You're very hard to please. And it takes people a long time. One thing I would put on the one sheet, don't celebrate the LA Dodgers. That just goes without saying. Many media, there's been media members here that are Dodger fans, and they get by, but they're never truly embraced, right? So I think if you really want to be embraced, you got to play the game a little bit. You have to play the game a little bit. And it's
like NBC7, like Dean Spanos named Man of the Year or something. Yeah, there's a couple things you don't want to tweet out in San Diego.
I appreciate keeping it real in the chats. And man, we are hard to please. And it's true. It's true. I've said it since I got here 15 years ago. This is an incredibly difficult market to succeed in, and it's an incredibly difficult market to stay in. Very difficult. And I think people can sniff out the ones that have used San Diego or use San Diego as some sort of stepping stone. I've been able to see them over the years, with a little bit more experience. I go, you're going to be here 2 years and you're off to LA. You're going to be here 2 years. You're off to Seattle. You can see it when they get here.
But even if you get it, even if you come here and you get it, and you do,
I get it now.
You get it. You can't pander to us.
You can't.
Either.
You cannot.
You can't lean into it because we'll sniff that out as well.
I've said it before. Like, hey man, you need to do this.
Don't be too San Diego.
So it's like you need to do this. So you do it, and then they're like, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. It's so good. It is so good.
I'm going to the beach.
I'm doing what you said.
I like fish tacos. Yeah. I'm good.
No,
I'm
dude,
good.
you're a poser.
You're
a poser.
You're doing it too hard.
It's too much. It's too much. You are doing it too much. So it's a real fine.
Stay classy, San Diego.
You're done. You're out. We don't use that. I'm telling you, there's nothing better to me when a new weather person or a new anchor gets to town their first day and they're like, so excited to be here. Just moved here from Nebraska. This is amazing. I can't believe I get to work here. Stay classy, San Diego. And people are like, just blasting this person.
Or the very innocuous, I've always wanted to live in Southern California.
Correct.
No. Don't lump us in with Riverside and San Bernardino.
Correct.
And Los Angeles and Orange County. This is a totally different place.
It's so good, man. So I feel terrible for that girl. We've all made terrible mistakes like that. I do. How's Darnay doing now? I thought he handled it beautifully. The only way you can do it is by leaning into it, mocking it, wearing it, and just saying, we'll do better. That's the only thing you can do.
He was okay. He definitely looked like he needed a nice long weekend.
He did post something about
Well, the young twins, I'm sure he'll have a nice long weekend.
Yeah.
He did post something about he and his wife looking for a nice staycation place recently. So hopefully
celebrate his 40th. Yeah, he was looking for ideas.
Yeah, he was looking for ideas.
Yeah, somewhere close, but wanted to celebrate. So
I hope he gets that because he deserves it, man. He deserves it 100%. But yeah, it was a tough one. All right, so the elephant in the room. You had to go out to San Diego State practice. Now you know that they had we've had our headbutting with San Diego State football. The basketball program, great, but the football program, for whatever reason, we've done something to infuriate them, where they won't, they don't want our help promoting their product. And we had this whole shtick. It wasn't shtick, actually. It was not shtick. That was not a bit. So you went out and covered practice yesterday. How was that?
I did. They got their fan fest tonight at Snapdragon Stadium, and they were naming their starting quarterback yesterday. So I thought, okay, this is a good day. Had a couple hours. I thought, let's go out and see what's going on.
All right. Do you feel bad that do you feel bad that I may be like, man, you're a turncoat, scab, loser?
That seems harsh.
Idiot. Moron.
I think we've made the right editorial decision. They just haven't moved the needle lately on the football side, which is that's something they're working on. And I actually I was pretty impressed by the kid they named quarterback, Jaden Denegal. He's a transfer from Michigan. I saw the news was on, got home from baseball practice with Bo, and the news was on. They interviewed him. I went, seems like a great kid. Seems like he's really could have something there. I'm so easily swayed, too. His arm is good. He threw some really nice passes in practice when I was watching.
I take such a hard-line stance, and then I'm like, all right, let's let bygones be bygones.
Sean Lewis did his presser, and then he did his thing. I didn't really interact with him other than, just recording. But then Ryan Lindley, former quarterback and now offensive coordinator, came by and he saw me and goes, "Go Padres." And I said, "Hey, Ryan, it's been a while." But he was very genuine and very passionate about the team. And I enjoyed listening to him talk about Denegal and his tight ends. And you know what? I actually think they might be a little better than people are thinking this year, just based on one practice, obviously what I saw, but just the feeling around the team, what the players were saying about each other, what the coaches were kind of saying about getting their feet under them after a rough first season, and now they've got more players, more depth. It does look a little bit better out there.
Last year just felt for me like it's too much too fast. Like you come in and you're like, we're gonna do this. It's like, hey, relax. You gotta crawl before you can walk.
We're gonna snap the ball in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Going, it was never really
too much too Aztec fast.
Exactly.
The
Aztec fast thing, and it was like, I don't know, man. Like it obviously didn't work. It was.
That's a cool sounding philosophy.
If it works,
but you gotta like get there.
You got to get there. And I did. I saw the clip with the quarterback Denegal, and I went, seems like a good kid. Look, at the end of the day, he was recruited by the University of Michigan. He played some games for the University of Michigan. That's good pedigree to have.
He was the backup to J.J. McCarthy when they won the national championship.
That's good pedigree to have. So, listen, I can always be swayed.
And
Ryan Lindley's
I will
great
also
dude.
say that Jamie with their SID staff was very appreciative that I came out,
Good.
Rolled out the red carpet, helped me out, get all the video I needed. And then I talked to him afterwards and I said, and whenever Brian Dutcher is available, you send him our way. And he said, I will do that. I'll look at his schedule, find a time for him to get on because I'd love to talk to Dutch again. It's been a while.
So I'll check the new kid out for sure. I'll check out the game and living here, you don't want to be a jerk. And but I was pretty hot about it last year, but get older, you get a little softer. Keeping it soft since 1925.
The olive branch is extended on all sides yesterday.
I'll settle down. Let's not go that far. I'm going to need a full apology. I'm going to need the red. You got the red carpet rolled out for you. I got nothing. I haven't even heard an apology yet.
You're going to come out to practice sometime, I guess.
I need them to come practice in front of
you.
Yes, correct. I need them to come to my house. It's a lot of effort on my part to go down there. So I do.
Right, Paul Ecke YMCA.
Fine. Whatever you guys want to do. I'm just telling. The door is open, but I need to hear from you first. I shan't be reaching out myself.
All right, you ready to
I didn't
get
have
going?
6 minutes of Aztecs football talking foreplay.
I know,
for today.
but I was out there, and that's what I did yesterday.
That's true.
All
That's
right,
true.
We'll set the menu here for a Thursday edition of Ben and Woods. As I said, Woods said we'll be here until 11 o'clock this morning, so lots of Padres talk coming up. First, though, let's check traffic with Kelly Danick here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This traffic report is driven by local and veteran-owned Manny Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. We're off to a pretty quiet start on the roads, guys. Just one thing to mention here, northbound side of the 805, just before Mesa College, we have reports of some debris in the slow lane. $1 down, that's all it takes to drive the 2025 Mustang Mach-E Select, just $310 a month. Pure Mustang spirit, all electric, all fun. Sedano Ford and Lincoln. SedanoFord.com. For more details, visit Sedano Ford or SedanoLincoln.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Padres wrap up of the 11-1 win coming up in just a few minutes. We need to give Paulie plenty of time to string together all those I love winning mans, because Padres have now won 5 games in a row and, of course, have moved into first place in the National League West. Again, snapshot, moment in the season, but heck of a lot better than second or third place. I'll tell you that at this point. So we'll talk a lot of Padres baseball coming up. Of course, on Thursday, we always talk to in-season Sammy, Sam Levit, doing a great job as always. Would be with us at 7:35 as he gets ready to head up into the beast of the belly, as I like to say.
Call it, the beast of the belly.
Going up to Los Angeles to do pre- and post-game shows this weekend. He'll be live from Dodger Stadium Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for all 3 games of this weekend series.
Well, consequences have actions, as I like to say, up in the beast of the belly. So always excited to talk to Sammy. I can't wait to talk to Eno Saris.
Smart Baseball Thursday at 8:35. Eno will be with us and see what he thinks about. It was interesting because I noticed. Well, we can talk about it, but the fan graphs,
it's wild.
Playoff odds and divisional odds
and World Series odds are wild.
Are all out, updated with the Padres now in first place, and you might be surprised what they had to say. See what Eno has to say about all of that coming up. Our regular features on the Thursday don't do this. It's a throwback Thursday, so we'll play a little real or fake and try to qualify someone for the trip to Las Vegas. Ron will report headlines, and Paula, we have a throwback clip. Or we're going to do flubs again?
I want some flubs. I got
a short clip and some flubs.
Yes, I missed
flubs
it so much.
I think
because we had some good ones this week.
Yeah. So the way we did it was we would just we would have 30 flubs, and then we would add to it and play 2 or 3 minutes of flubs at the end of the week. I think I pulled a week from 2020, so we'll get some good old flubs.
Fantastic. Are we going to add any of our latest ones?
Oh, I haven't pulled any late. I haven't pulled a flub in 3 years.
Michael Head.
Oh, we do have that one.
Yeah, Michael Head.
I can throw that one.
Michael Head Bobble King.
The Michael Head Bobble King.
Incredible.
All right, we will come back with our Padres wrap-up, talk about the 11-1 win, the series sweeping victory over the San Francisco Giants, Nick Pavetta's performance, offense puts up 7 in the second inning, and more, all coming up next year on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But quickly, friends, Labor Day almost here. Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa celebrating some pretty incredible Labor Day savings all month long. Saw a guy yesterday in a Bronco, and he had the Sedano Ford nameplate. I just pulled up next to him, gave him a little knowing nod. Great place, man. Great people. Veteran-owned dealership. Manny Sedano and his crew will take good care of you, get you in the car or truck of your dreams. And speaking of trucks, the 2025 Ford Lightning, just $1 down and $349 a month. It is quiet. It's quick. It's built Ford tough to handle work days, weekends, and everything in between. Or check out the 2025 Mustang Mach-E Select, $310 a month. Modern muscle meets 0 gas stops. And if you've been waiting for a luxury upgrade, the Lincoln Corsair Premier. Just $449 a month, comfort, class, and confidence in every single drive. Labor Day is about working hard. Your reward is waiting for you at Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. Stop on by SedanoFord.com to lock in these Labor Day savings all month long. When you do go, let them know Woodsy sent you. And for more details, go to Sedano Ford or SedanoLincoln.com.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
I didn't find out until I got in this morning that Woods didn't know that the Dodgers had lost last night.
Well, until I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, I had no idea. I felt dead asleep. And I woke up to 75 text messages. What the hell happened? And I'm scrolling through it. I'm like, those SOBs, they did it again. I tried to stay up, man. I was so tired. We had a baseball practice and stressful, long day. And I was like, man, there's no way I can stay up for this game. Plus, it looked like the Dodgers had that thing in hand when I went to bed.
Yeah, they were up 5-2 at one point.
I was like, they got it. That's
Angels
fine.
rallied, got within 5-4, but left the bases loaded. And you think, that might probably going to cost them in the long run.
Yeah.
But they rallied again in the 8th, and Logan O'Hoppe came through with a 2-run single to put him ahead for good. Kenley Jansen closed him out in the 9th, and that was that. The Angels finishing off a 6-0 season series sweep.
How nice
of
is that?
The LA Dodgers. Remember, was it 2 years ago or last year when the Padres couldn't beat the Rockies? It was last year.
Yeah.
I mean, this is essentially, I know the Angels are a little bit better than the Rockies.
Yeah.
But the Padres
most years we can't
Padres
beat the
didn't lose
Rockies.
every game to the Rockies. They went like 5-8 or something against the Rockies, not 0-6. The Dodgers look at that and when the schedule comes out and they go, okay, well, that's a benefit to us that they're our natural rival because those are games we should dominate. We should
at least
win both series, no travel, just a
piece of cake.
drive. You don't have to even stay in a hotel for those games. That's an advantage that they have built into their schedule. The Padres, meanwhile, they got to play the Seattle Mariners 6 times, who are really good this year.
Far.
And you've got to, fly 3 hours up to the Pacific Northwest for your game. So that's something that you would think the Dodgers would take advantage of. Instead, they completely mess it up by losing all 6 games to the Los Angeles Angels. Now, to be fair, the Padres have also lost every game to the Seattle Mariners so far this year. And still have 3 of them coming up here in a couple of weeks when they have to go back up to Seattle. So neither team has fared well against its natural rival this year. But thank you for the Angels. I don't know how I'm going to make it, though. We talked about there's 41 games left. Yeah. I can't watch both games every single day for 41 games.
Why not?
It's just too much.
I mean, watch as much as you can. I say that. I fell dead asleep. Well, watch what you can. And I'll tell you, though, because if I had the gut feeling that the Angels were going to come back, I just didn't think it was their night, right? Like, there's no way.
They had already done their job.
They had done their job. They won the series.
It's like, okay.
And honestly, I was like, there's something fitting about being tied going into this weekend series.
Yes.
I don't know why. Like, I was hoping they would come back and win. But
I figured I was too. I was like, they'll. I just.
But it felt right.
It felt right that Dodgers would handle one game, and you had to wake up this morning and look at my phone. I was like, you did it, and I went and like pulled the highlights and started looking at them. I went, oh my god, this is insane. So thank you to the Halos. Really appreciate you guys. I've always liked you. I like you. I've always liked you. I pull for you. I've
always said the Angels run LA.
Of course they do. 6-0. It's hard to deny, Paulie. Yeah. But man, you got some players on that team that I covet. I covet Zach Neto very much. Very much. I like that kid.
I was watching on MLB Network. They, of course, had the Dodgers feed. So I think it was Joe Davis and Eric Karros, with the game. And it was interesting to hear the tension in terms of, the Dodgers.
It wasn't Joe Davis. It was Nelson.
Oh,
Stephen Nelson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
he sounds a lot like Joe Davis.
Yeah, but the tension remains.
Here's how you delineate. When Joe Davis says Dodgers, it's Dodgers.
Dodgers.
And when Stephen Nelson says Dodgers, it's Dodgers. Okay? Dodgers. Right. So then that's how I can tell. And then that it's Eric Karros because he just babbles incessantly the whole show. Oral will just wait and be like, back in my day. And then what team you have. So that's how
you could the tension of watching their team, and this felt very familiar as a Padres fan. Like talking about, the Dodgers have had chances to win all these games. They have had runners on, they've had leads, they failed to add on to leads and blown the leads. They have been losing 1-run games, they've been losing all kinds of different ways all the last couple of weeks, and weird, they can't really figure it out. It's like, it's not like they're bad. They're just bad enough
to lose close games.
These games over and over again. And you could tell that they were really like mystified by it. And I go, I've never related to a Dodger more than I have right now. Because
no question.
We've gone through that in San Diego so often. Like, this is a good team. It's mystifying why they're not winning more games. And now they're kind of figuring like, why is this happening right now? And they can't quite put their fingers on what is going on with our team. Other than the bullpen is, they know the bullpen's struggling.
Sure.
But they've overused it, and there's no one they can really count on. But offensively, no one's really Mookie's not having the great, but he's on fire right now. He's kind of getting on fire now, and Freddie's having still a good season, and Shohei's still Shohei, and everyone else kind of has contributed here and there throughout like they expected. Will Smith's having a really good season. It's like, we're the team we thought we were, but now we're looking up at the Padres in the standings, and we're not winning the kind of games that we thought we were going to win, and they can't figure it out.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
It's wild.
I hope they don't for the next 41 games. Rod said, and I heard this too when I was going back through the recap at the end, to hear their announcer, I think it was Nelson, that goes, Dodgers can't buy a break. And I was like, that's the only thing they haven't tried to buy. It comes in waves, right? We all know there was a stretch this season for the Padres where you're like, everything is going wrong. Guys are making highlight reel catches on every ball Jackson Merrill hit, and then it turns, man. It ebbs and flows. You want that thing to ebb for the Dodgers. You want them to continue to feel like, even when we're barreling baseballs, even when Shohei is Shohei and Mookie's now back hitting, we still can't get these dubs, and that's what you want to continue.
Yeah, if they could sign a good break, they would. They defer, $400 million of the contract, but they can't. Yeah, they can't buy one right now. And the Padres, as Paulie mentioned, it's some good breaks, balls off bags and stuff, but it's not so much getting of the good breaks. Every team gets good breaks. Every team gets bad breaks. It's what you do with them. And the Padres are doing something with the good breaks that they're getting.
Yesterday was a perfect example. I mean, capitalized, foot on the throat, FU baseball, all of it. It was exactly like we asked them to do it, which never, I mean, reiterate that. It never happens. We said we need Nicky P to go. What did he end up going? 6 2/3. 6 2/3. So almost 7 innings. You give those guys a rest. Let's get a big lead. We can use the Yukis and the Wandys, and then we're done. Then we're all set up. Everyone gets some extra rest, and we'll go into that series fresh. And I, after saying it on the air, fully expected first batter. Ramos hits a ball that's a crack. And I go, oh, my God, that ball's out of the stadium. Oh, my God.
I thought, it's just a solo
That's
shot.
1-0.
It's just a solo shot.
I couldn't believe it. And then you see Laureano like 10 feet from the wall, like, bloop, catches it. I was like, today may be our day. I've never heard a ball hit that well off the bat, and it did not go anywhere. So, yeah, man, the Padres capitalized like crazy yesterday.
And I want to talk about something Nick Pivetta did in particular in that game that was absolutely what the situation called for. We'll get into all of that, all the highlights with Jesse coming up in our Padres wrap up right after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danek.
Traffic is sponsored by Robert Half. Well, anybody out there on the roads right now is liking the ride. We're not showing any trouble spots at all. If you are out there, feels like you got the roads all to yourself, we still encourage you to please keep your speeds down. Be extra alert.
Speeding is dangerous to other drivers, to people walking or biking. Speeding catches up with you. Tickets, crashes, or even worse, slow the fast down. Safe speeds save lives. Go safely, California. From the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
I love winning, man. I love winning.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Miss any of the Padres win yesterday? Ben and Woods didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got you covered with all of the highlights.
Oh, yes.
It's the
Padres wrap up.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Things are about to get real with the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With gorgeous rooms and exciting new eats and drinks. It gets real this summer at Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
I want to go fast, but I want to go slow, and I want to go deep.
1-2 again, and Cronenworth lines it up the middle. It'll bounce on one hop off the bag into center field. Bogarts has scored. O'Hearn is on his way. Laureano's headed to third. The throw there, not in time. And off the base at second for Cronenworth. A 2-run single to give the Padres a 2-0 lead. Tatis swings, bangs it up the middle. Adames can't get there into center field and a base hit. Laureano has scored. Cronenworth is on his way. 2-run single for Fernando. And a 4-0 Padre lead. And Machado rips it in the air down the left field line. That is a fair ball, going to bounce up against the wall. Handled by Ramos. Terrible throw back to the infield as it gets away. That will allow Fernando to score without a play. Machado standing at second base. It's 6-0. And Ramos, I think, just had the ball slip out of his hand as he threw it in towards the infield. It's a double for Machado, but no RBI, as the errant throw from Ramos allowed Tatis to score. 1-1, muscled on a line in the left field. That's going to get down to the base hit. Bogarts rounding third. He'll score easily. O'Hearn digging for second. No chance to get him. Back-to-back doubles, and the Pods have added on. It's 8-0. 2-0 is hammered in the air deep down the left field line. Laureano trying to keep it fair, and he does. A home run. Laureano into that tunnel down the left field line in San Francisco. A 2-run homer here in the 5th inning. And the Padres are pouring it on the Giants, 10-0. 1-0, banged on the ground, left side, that's through. And a base hit. Laureano is waved. Here's the throw from Ramos, not in time. RBI single, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's driven in 3, and this one goes to 11. 1-0. That's in the air to left center field. Long way to go for Merrill. Going to get there to make the catch on the move. Plenty deep for me to come in and score. The Giants will not be shut out today. It's 11-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Grant McCray hitting for the first time. Came on defensively for Lee. Grounds it up the middle. Xander's got it behind second. And the long throw to first is in time to end the game. Padres bring their big boy brooms to San Francisco and sweep the Giants. They do so on the heels of an 11-1 win this afternoon, and everything going according to plan here at Oracle Park. Padres will head into the weekend against the Dodgers at worst in a tie for first place.
We feel good. We always feel good regardless of who we play. So we're excited to go compete. And, clearly it's a series people are going to be paying attention to. And we're just going to go play good, clean, fundamental Padres baseball.
I like it. I hope that's what you do. And if you keep playing the way you're playing, Shilty, you got one of the best teams in baseball right now.
Win number 69.
69. That's very nice. It's overrated, but
Jesse said,
nice
and you talked about it earlier, the game went according to plan. And baseball games so rarely go according to plan. And not just what we said yesterday. Hey, go deep for Nick Pivetta. Give your bullpen a nice 2-day rest going into the Dodgers series, which they did. But also, how about taking a pitcher who has made very few starts in Major League Baseball that you don't really know, Kai-Wei Tang, and, torture him a little bit out there. And so often it feels like the Padres offense doesn't take advantage of those guys, but they did. It's what they should have done. You had your best, most consistent starter going against a fill-in guy for the Giants.
Well, but to rebut your point a little bit, he actually had a good start his last time out.
He did.
So
he had, but
you want
career-wise, though, this is a guy that you should do damage against.
But you want your worst start of your career. Then the next team you face is the Padres.
Then they'll turn it around.
They've been the get right gang for many, many pitchers this season. And yesterday was not the case. They hammered that kid, man. They waited out. The very patient ABs they just looked very they look very focused. They look very focused, Ben. Very calm, very focused, very confident.
And smart too. And what we saw yesterday from Nick Pivetta, and I'm sure Ruben Niebla had a hand in this as well. And I saw some of the stats from Letters to AJ. Nick Pivetta threw more sinkers than he has ever thrown in a game this year. And it was clearly, I thought, because the Padres gave him a big lead, and his job was no longer to go and strike guys out. It was to try to go deep in the game and to try to get contact and, work his way as far into that game as he could. So he ended up, I think, all after the second time through the order, through 10 sinkers to try to get early contact. It worked a couple of times, didn't always work, but he certainly made the effort to change his game plan going, all right, I'm up 7-0, I'm up 10-0. How can I get myself into the position to throw as many innings as possible in this game? And that is smart baseball by the San Diego Padres, knowing we've leaned on our bullpen so heavily. Let's find a way where we don't have to use any of those guys today. And they did. Essentially, they did exactly what they wanted to do.
It's such an interesting part of baseball. And it's like Dylan Cease in his last start too, Ben. You saw him switch up his pitch mix immensely and completely change how he had been attacking hitters. Nick Pivetta did the same thing yesterday. Yeah, 10 sinkers. Second time through the lineup is when he decided to bust it out. And when you go up there and you're like, okay, I've kind of seen what Nick Pivetta, I got film on him, I know what he's going to do. And they start throwing wrinkles at you in the middle of a game that they're already leading. There's a feeling on the offensive side of the ball where you're like, what can we do? I have no idea what's coming now. And now he's busted this thing out.
I don't think it was necessarily as to fool the Giants. No, but it was to not fool them as much.
Correct.
It was a selfless, smart baseball.
Correct.
Because he could have given up a few extra hits and
try to K everybody.
Yeah, no, exactly. He didn't try to K everybody.
Right. He could have tried to
He could have tried to do it, and he played some selfless baseball for the team, to get into at least the seventh inning. I'm sure that was the goal. He did. And, that is going to hopefully give the Padres additional benefits going forward of having rested some guys for some extra time. Paulie, what did you say? Mason Miller, Jeremiah Estrada, 3 full days off. Yeah. The rest of the bullpen, 2 full days off, Wednesday and Thursday going into the Dodgers series. So Mike Shildt really does have a complete, full, arsenal of weapons that he can use for this 3-game series. Now, Dodgers are off today too, but they had to use a lot of bullpen arms in a loss again yesterday. Shohei only went into the 5th, so they had to, use most of their guys that were available yesterday to try to keep that lead, which they were unable to do and lose the game again. So they're in worse position than the Padres going into the series this weekend.
I mean, and the thing is with who the Padres have starting, especially in game one, Michael King is going to tell Mike Schilt, I'm good, dude. You just let me roll. If I'm rolling, let me roll. And Mike Schilt, it's incumbent upon him, Ben, to say, no, we can't do that. Like, you still are in build-up mode, right? He's gonna still have a pitch count that they have in mind. But now you can deploy guys, Ben. You can deploy David Morgan in the fourth if you have to, and then go to Mason Miller, and then go to Morejon, and you can do that. You can find those lanes where it matches up well. It's good. The strategy this weekend that's going to be deployed by Mike Schilt is going to be probably the most important part. They've got great players. We've got great players. How do we neutralize their great players? We have the bullpen to do it and Dave Roberts is certainly thinking about how they're going to do that as well. But you got pitchers going this weekend that, frankly, you don't know what you're going to get from them, So I think having that bullpen rested, the blueprint yesterday really it was perfect. It was a perfect blueprint, and it worked to perfection.
Offensively, I want to speak for a moment and sing the praises of Ramon Laureano in particular.
100%.
A lot of guys contributed in the game yesterday. He particularly contributed with 3 for 4, a walk, 3 runs scored, and 2 RBI. But the swing that he took on the home run, it was vicious. It was violent. And he is a dangerous batter. I do not want to be a pitcher facing Ramon Laureano. And it is something that I feel like the Padres have missed a little bit this year. Yes, they have really good players, Tatis and Machado, and Arise is a pesky, difficult guy to face. Merrill can be very dangerous, but Laureano
he strikes fear.
Laureano is one of those guys, I'm not Gary Sheffield, but that was a Gary Sheffield-like swing from the right side of the plate that he took. And, I am going to swing as hard as I can. And, if I make contact, I could kill someone with that swing.
Yeah.
And it's nice that the Padres do have that now. It was such a good pickup by A.J. Preller. And Ryan O'Hearn was also a good pickup, but I think the biggest one here, and we talked about it for months leading up to the trade deadline, Padres need a right-handed guy who can put the ball out of the yard and could strike some fear in some opposing pitchers, lefties or righties.
Yeah.
Don't think there was anybody, now in hindsight, don't think there was anybody better available at the deadline for the Padres, in particular than Ramon Laureano.
It's crazy, and I think we could talk about this today, probably on the roundtable too. It is important. I mean, these games are massive against the Dodgers, but it's also important, Ben. You're playing them again next week. We all fully expect, if things shake out the way that they're supposed to, that we're going to be running into this team again. You're going to have to get through them. They're going to have to get through us. Is there any part of you that's like, I'm not going to go nuts. Like, I'm not going to go Mason Miller in the fourth and more. Don't show them all of your cards in game 1, game 2, game 3, hell, even game 4, 5, and 6. Is there any of that, or is it like, I'm going balls to the wall to try to win?
I don't think you go nuts, but I think Mike Schilt is fairly, his standard is aggressively going after wins.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't think he has to change
he's not
too much. He's going to aggressively go after wins.
That's true.
I don't think he's going to crazily change things up and see Mason Miller in the third inning.
Right.
If Michael King is, he's throwing a lot of pitches, let's throw Mason Miller in the third. I don't think we're going to see anything out of the box like that for this series. It's not a playoff game. It's not a playoff series. He will aggressively go after the wins like he always does.
As he always does. Right. Yeah. And if a pitcher's in trouble in the fourth, he's going to yank them, and he's not going to try to get them a win.
I don't know that I don't want to see anything different in the playoffs. I like to see Mike Schilt aggressively go after wins, but not crazily so. Don't be a different team.
Yeah,
you're already the team you need to be. I think.
Just be who you are.
Yeah.
I think that goes for the fans too, man. We could talk about that as well.
All right, when we come back, why are the Dodgers still favored to win the division according to FanGraphs, and much better World Series odds still? Yeah, the numbers don't make a whole lot of sense this morning. But we can talk about it coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Don't go away. The most important number right now, 69 and 52. Padres record 1 game ahead of the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NL West. But numbers behind the numbers are kind of interesting this morning, Woods. Welcome back. Hour number 2, Ben Woods here on 97.3 The Fan. Because if you look at the FanGraphs odds, and I think, things like WAR and run differential are playing a role here, they will still give the Dodgers the edge. In the odds to win the National League West, it's down to just 2 teams, 0.0 for the Giants, Diamondbacks, and Rockies. The Dodgers are still at 61.9%. So essentially 62% for the Dodgers, 38% for the San Diego Padres.
To win the West.
And remember, the Padres, all they have to do now is match the Dodgers the rest of the way, and the Padres will win the division. So that carries over to clinch the bye. 41% for the Dodgers, 25.4% for the Padres. And by the way, the Phillies did lose again yesterday, which means the Padres are just a half game behind Philadelphia now for the 2nd seed in the National League and what would be a first-round bye out of the wild card series and in to the division series. So keep an eye on the scoreboard watching. That's really important, but Dodgers still have the edge there. And then to win the World Series, Dodgers are at 17.2%, which remains the best in all of baseball. No one else has more than 12% odds to win the World Series. Padres are at 7.8%. Quite a bit up. I think they were at like 1 or 2% not that long ago. So they've increased their odds quite a bit, quite dramatically in the recent weeks.
What's the, and they try to take emotion, or they do take emotion out of it. Totally. That is a scientific math-based formula. Can you explain?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they're going to project how teams' players are going to do. And it's not
like the Padres odds increased after the trade deadline without having played a game.
Yeah.
Because they looked at the acquired talent.
Right. And so they projected better things. Now, they'll look at the whole careers. They won't look at what the Dodgers have done in the last week. They'll look at who Shohei Ohtani is, who Freddie Freeman is, who Mookie Betts is, who their pitching staff is, and go, we still project them to win more games down the stretch than the San Diego Padres because of what we see on their roster statistically. Yes, there's no emotion in this. But one thing that makes me feel actually okay about this is that it's very easy for them to miss a lot of the nuance of an actual season.
Sure.
And, which teams are heading in which direction. Because the Brewers essentially have the exact same odds of the Padres to win the World Series. They're at 8.0%. No one has played better than the Brewers at all. I mean, not even close.
No, yeah, nobody.
They are cruising right now to the number 1 seed. They've got a 100% chance to make the playoffs, 88.3 to win their division, 84.7 to clinch a bye, and still just 8% to win the World Series because the numbers of all those guys are like, who are these guys? Like, how are they doing it? They can't, the numbers can't explain what the Milwaukee Brewers are doing. And while I think the Padres are doing what they should be doing right now, given their roster, the Dodgers, that's the real tough one. Like, what is that team right now? Who are they? Are they still a good team that's not performing well, or are we starting to see cracks in the armor? Some players starting to age a little bit, in their lineup, pitchers who are not going to be the same, or is this simply like, they're about to get locked in? Blake Snell's going to, be throwing 8 innings of one-hit ball, and Tyler Glasnow is going to give him 6, shutout innings. What team are they going forward? And I think that remains the biggest mystery for the rest of this baseball season.
Yeah, no question. And again, don't forget the arms that they have coming back. Their bullpen is scuffling right now because they've had to. They've been overused. So yeah, you're gonna get Tanner Scott back and Kirby Yates and Michael Kopech. I did see a report yesterday. Roki Sasaki is doing a rehab start. But Dave Roberts said, we're not planning on using him out of the bullpen. We need him in case one of our starters goes down. So we're not planning on using him. Bobby Miller is another guy that's thrown pretty well for them down in AAA, but they're using him exclusively as a reliever. So they may get him. Again, I've said it all year about the Dodgers. They've done a little bit of lying in wait, right? There's still that thing of them that, like, obviously don't count them out. They're still the number 1 contender to win the World Series
by far.
So don't don't buy their we're underdogs BS. Don't buy we're injured. Don't buy any of that, because take the emotion out of it. You are the favorites. And if you
only
falter,
one you can use is us against the world, because
correct.
Nobody likes you.
Correct. That's the only one that I'll actually buy. And so when you take the emotion out of it, based on what they have and based on what they're going to get back, that is a team that can flip on a dime. They can flip on a dime. They have the talent to do it. And I think, they take that into account.
But we also saw the Padres in 2023 were a team that we continued to expect
to flip on a dime,
to
flip, boom,
hit the gas pedal. And in this, the
it
last
happens, man.
Couple months of the season, they're going to take off.
Yep.
There's just too much talent. They're too deep. They're too good. And they never found that next gear. And the danger right now for the Dodgers, and you're absolutely right, they certainly have the potential to hit that next gear.
Yeah.
But as we know from experience, when you can't find it, when you continue to idle along in maybe not the slow lane, but just, in the second lane, in the middle. And then you need to okay, it's time to hit the gas, and you push the pedal and nothing really happens because you've gone along so long going this is kind of who we are. It's not the easiest thing to do. And then to all of a sudden just hit it and go faster.
I don't expect the Dodgers to fully flame out and miss the playoffs or anything,
right.
But like how the Padres did in 2023.
Correct.
But it feels a lot like how the Padres played in the second half of 2023, like what the Dodgers are going through right now.
And I'll tell you,
unexplainable losses, all this talent on the roster. You're like, what the hell is happening?
Watching, I'll tell you, man, I don't know about Padres fans out there, but I sure felt it when I watched Bob Melvin's presser yesterday. That PTSD, it's the same. All you had to do was switch the logo on his hat and his uniform, and it was like watching him talk to the media after a brutal loss, after a brutal series sweep, after they were 4 games out of a playoff spot, not too long ago, and they are done. They're done. To watch him get up there and have no answers, inexplicable.
I actually think they're more like the 2021 Padres than the 2023.
Was that the fall off the cliff?
Once in a century collapse. Because
I said 23 because of having Soto and
in 2023. The Padres tortured us all year long.
Long.
I mean, even at the end, they were still only 2 games out. It was you did this whole season, and then you got hot in the end, and you tantalized us all year long by staying right around, never out of it. The Giants have crushed their fan base's hopes already.
I was watching Alex Pavlovic, who is a really brilliant writer. I heard him yesterday on a radio show. Mark Willard, who used to work in town. I mean, they're decimated right now. And I got a little PTSD yesterday watching that press conference from Bomel, who I still like. I respect Bob Melvin a lot. Buster, they made some moves. Those guys underperformed. It happens, but it happens with Bob Melvin at the helm in the second half, Ben, and we certainly lived through it. So I'm glad we are where we are right now. But listening to Pavlovic talk yesterday about, hey man, there's a chance Bob Melvin isn't managing this team, and I know they extended him, but I believe it was just a 1-year extension. So if you want to eat that and let that man walk, Buster Posey may have other ideas. They're a broken franchise right now. And I slightly feel bad for them. I don't know why, but there's not a lot. I don't hate the Giants like I hate the Dodgers, but I certainly I'm surprised that they are where they are.
Meanwhile, and this is a quote that I saw from Fernando Tatis Jr. after the game yesterday, and it may have just been something to say, almost a throwaway, but I wanted to bring it up, and I'm going to bring it up in the roundtable again this morning at 10 o'clock.
Reiterate it.
He said, it's in our hands now.
Yes.
It's just how much we want it.
That's it. I loved it.
Is that true, though?
Yes.
Can you want it? I mean, can you want it enough to win the division?
Yeah, I think so.
But can't the Dodgers do the same thing?
Sure. Yeah.
Is it about is baseball really about wanting it? Though?
Is it?
I feel like football is about wanting it, but I don't know that baseball is about wanting it.
It is.
It's just different.
It's different, but
baseball is more about
football.
Execution.
You can literally go and take the ball and rip it from your opponent's hands.
I feel like in baseball, if you want it too much, it can actually backfire on you. Don't change. Don't
press.
Don't try to want it too much. Just
don't do anything. Just do anything.
Just keep
now you're doing too much.
Everyone loves to think that all you have to do is want something enough, and you
it's
can
just
make
like
it
think
happen.
of like a graph that's like climbing up, and that's like your effort and how much you want it, your desire to win. Eventually, it reaches a point where it starts to dip down and that's when you're pressing, and the goal is to just get to that maximum effort without pressing.
Isn't that the American dream? If you want something enough and you work hard enough for it and you believe in it enough that you can do anything.
Yeah.
But sports are not always that way. It's not necessarily. Now, I think the Padres have shown plenty of want to. They're a hardworking team from the start of spring training. They put in the work. They're buttoned up. They play good defense. They do the little things well. They've already shown me the want to.
Oh yeah,
there are teams that don't.
I said that all year.
Yeah, there are teams clearly, and there have been Padres teams in the past that didn't want it enough.
Yeah,
they knew they didn't have the talent.
Nope, too slow.
Yeah.
Do less. Pop up.
This is Ben.
Pop up.
This is Ben managing a baseball team.
Pop down. Pop up now. Stop. Get down. Get down there. Remember, don't do anything.
Well, are you sure?
Nothing.
We're trying to win a division.
Well, you got to do more than that because you're just laying it. Right out, looks like you're boogie boarding. Just do it. Feel it. Pop up. Yeah, that wasn't quite it, but we're gonna figure it out there. Let's go surfing. Come on.
Yeah. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. No, I mean, I think the collective want.
I don't think what I'm saying is I don't think the Padres need to find any other gear.
No, their gear is really, really good
just
right
stay
now.
Stay in the gear you're right now.
Just you are cruising right now. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And I certainly don't think they're going to all of a sudden shift down. Like, oh no, this is really working. Let's back off a little, guys. No, I mean I think they're going to just keep doing what they're doing. But it's not a matter of want to. If that was the case, then I think that the Padres would have won a World Series, a long time ago. But you can't want your way to a World Series title. You have to do it through execution. You have to do it through consistency. And those are the things that we've actually seen from the San Diego Padres. It's not desire, but that's, I think that's always the debate.
It's a larger philosophical question that there's absolutely zero answer to, other than I like when Fernando says it's in our hands, right? Like you control it, you control it. And that's always what you want. What you don't want is to be scratching and clawing and hoping. You need 3 teams to lose. And then you get in and there's been teams that have quote unquote backed into the playoffs that have had really good runs. We've seen it a million times, but it's in your hands. You have the lead, go out and play like you're capable of.
In baseball, the season is so long. It's literally in every team's hands. I mean, honestly, the Arizona Diamondbacks, if they won every game the rest of the season, they probably would make the playoffs, right? I mean, it's in their hands. It's in your hands. If you want it enough, you just go out and win every single game, you will make the playoffs. So just go out and want it a little bit more. Doesn't work that way. You can't want it enough. Every team always has their whole season. Until like September, every team can always say, you know what? If we just go out and take it one game at a time and win every single game, we'll be fine, because that's, baseball is long enough that you can do that. So it's just keep doing what you're doing. Go win series.
Yeah, we'll keep winning series.
It's nice. Huge. It's nice to get a sweep. It certainly is. You make up a lot of ground quickly when you sweep, and certainly the other team that you're chasing gets swept, but that's rare. What you're looking for is keep winning 2 out of 3. The Dodgers will probably keep winning 2 out of 3 most of the time. But every once in a while, maybe they drop a series, or every once in a while you sweep a series and you pick up a game here or there to stay ahead of them the rest of the way. That's what baseball is about.
And Fernando, Michelle makes a good point in the chat. He was also the guy that said, hey, hopefully they see how we're playing and they get us some help. We need some help. They got it. So now I think this team knows, hey, man, everything you asked for. You have everything you asked for. Now can you go out and finish the job? And I think, I don't want to say it's lip service back in April and May when you're like, no, we're trying to win a World Series. It's like, yeah, but look who you're running out there on a daily basis. It doesn't, what you're saying and what I'm seeing doesn't really add up. I'm not seeing a lack of effort. I'm seeing maybe a lack of talent and maybe some aged players that are getting way too many ABs. Zero excuses. You have every flipping thing that you need and you asked for. So now it's on the players. And they want it. That's good. I like that mentality.
Yeah, I agree. And
I like that because, wanting to bend sometimes means taking an extra bag, doing something, and again, not changing the style of baseball that you play, because they play that way most of the time, But yeah, man, maybe you do give a little bit of extra effort when a time you might have hit the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, I'm seeing some pushback in the chat as though I'm being negative. I
don't think
I'm being negative here. I'm being cautionary in that don't change anything that's working right now.
Yeah.
And I don't mean you can't tinker, you can't move a guy in a lineup, give guys days off.
You could absolutely do that.
You can absolutely do all those things.
And
what I mean is the ethic and mentality of the team does not need to change.
You would be such a weird manager if you were in the club. It would be like, hey, Skip, I'm fired up. You're like, don't get too fired up.
All right, settle down.
Settle down. He does bleed brown and gold.
I very much do.
If you don't think that about Benny, you're misunderstood. He's just protecting his heart, his sweet little heart, a little bit. And I get it. You should. It's hard to throw caution to the wind, man, and just rip the pants off and start running around.
I'm just being analytical about it.
I know. Yeah, it's hard to do it, and I get it. I wouldn't do it either.
I can't turn the math part of my brain
Correct.
off. That Fangraphs page always
sticks in your brain.
Sticks in my brain.
As it should.
The Padres have a 7.8% chance to win the World Series, which basically at this point is really, really good because, the Blue Jays have an 8.5%.
Yep.
The Tigers, who've been one of the best teams, 7.8%. The Mariners, 9.6%. The Astros, 5.7%. The Phillies, 12.2%. The Mets, 5.6%. The Padres have put themselves in position, but 7.8 is still less than 10%.
I know.
It's less than a 1 in 10 chance.
It's really hard to win the World Series.
If you went,
it's really hard. And it's so random.
I mean, if you went to Las Vegas and I'm putting a 10-to-1 bet on someone, you're not expecting to win that bet, are
Correct.
you? You're hoping like, okay, well, if I win 1 or 2 of these, over the weekend, great, but I'm probably going to lose most of these bets. Still is a tough proposition at this point.
Yeah.
Is that sobering? I don't know. I mean,
well, if they think you're a wet blanket, we've got Christian to always weigh in. He said, before fans start getting on their high horse about the Padres and Schilt, like Woods mentioned yesterday, 24 scoreless, that will always be there until the Padres ever win one. Absolutely. You're not wrong. The ghosts can absolutely haunt a team. They absolutely can until you can get over it, until you get through it and push through it and don't let it happen.
Dodgers
again.
have ghosts too,
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
They can win a World Series and still have tons of ghosts. Every team has ghosts.
Absolutely. But they've got they got some. But they're, let's just keep doing what we're doing. I'm with you.
All right, let's take a quick timeout. We'll come back. A little don't do this. Did you see? I think this is a do this. Did you see the promotion in Milwaukee?
I did not. Is it a pancake? It better
it's not
be.
a pancake.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
It is an edible item, but it's not a pancake. We'll get to that and more coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, though, before we go to traffic, a good chance for us to talk about 7 Mile Casino. No game today. If you're looking for something to do on a Thursday, anytime, 24/7, 7 Mile Casino is open and spreading great card action, whether it's California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai-Gow Poker, or Baccarat. You can find a table, you can find a comfortable seat, and you can find a welcoming atmosphere at 7 Mile Casino.
Yeah, you can also find a slot machine-free, smoke-free environment to go and just play cards in. If you're a card player, that's the place for you. Had a buddy recently check it out. Really enjoyed it. They got the great food from Sammy's. They got a 24/7 players menu. And like you mentioned, they're open 24 hours a day. And it's just 7 minutes from Petco Park.
Yep. No deep drive into the East County through a casino with a bunch of slot machines and smokiness. You're simply just hopping right off the 5, west side of the 5, Bay Boulevard in Chula Vista. The patio is beautiful right there on San Diego Bay. Check it out today. If not, check it out this weekend for the brunch at Sammy's on Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Don't do this on a Thursday, brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't
leave your entire estate, house, kids, life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do
set up a Trust Your Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. Woods and I were just deeply in a philosophical discussion, and all of a sudden, don't do this hits here, and we go, wait, what are we talking about?
What do we have here?
So just being transparent. But I actually did have a story I wanted to talk about. See if I can find it here. Yes, Rory McIlroy. And he's getting ready for the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs beginning today at the BMW Championship. And he was doing his media session. And someone asked him one of those featurey questions. And he said, what did you buy with your first big professional paycheck? Like your first, six-figure, finally, you're no longer a kid from Northern Ireland. You've made it big. What was your big splurge? And he said, it was horrific. I bought, he said, I bought a watch.
Okay.
He said, with diamonds around it, it was horrific. I can't believe it. It was the worst purchase ever. It was so bad.
It's like
this gaudy probably, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 watch. And he said, someone asked, well, what kind was it? And he goes, it's not the make and model that I'm sponsored on by now, so I'm not going to say it. He's got to deal with Omega watches now.
Great watch.
But he wouldn't say what he bought. I don't know. Did he buy like a
Cartier or like some?
What did he get?
No.
I mean, usually those are really nice, but he said, I was some kid thinking I could show off with this just blingy watch. You can imagine a golfer like Rory was never going to be able to pull that off. You need something elegant and, understated, not a watch that belongs in a Las Vegas casino. But it made me think, what is like something that you guys bought?
Oh my God, bro.
That you paid so much for and you just totally regret it.
How about a first class ticket to England that was from a scammer, and then I had to go buy another one.
You did like that trip.
That cost me a pretty penny. I buy a lot of stuff I don't need, dude. I bought a record recently. So they have this thing, and I guess I'd say I collect vinyl, but my list is so long. I buy stuff all the time that I regret instantly, most of the time on Ambien. But I bought a record recently that it was for Record Store Day. So they only make 100 of them, right? And they put them out. And I went to the record store and it was gone. It was snatched up, one of the few. And so I went to eBay to buy it. And I got in a bidding war. And I was about to lose a bidding war. And then I got the record. I spent like $180 on it. And I got the record, and the record's effing terrible. It's like crappy quality. Like the guy recorded it. It's a Lemonheads. It's like he recorded it on a tape. It would sound better on an iPhone. It's like, hello, he's singing. And I was like, and
how does that happen?
I spent $180 for
fake
this. No, it was a real album, but it was like the special record store release. Did the band
the
bootleg
put out
tapes?
A bad
yeah,
recording?
They put out a crap recording, and I got it, and I spent a
You
fortune.
didn't buy a bootleg vinyl.
No, I didn't buy a bad. I just bought. I spent too much for a record that I go, this record sucks. And yes, it's rare, but it sucks, and I'll never listen to it. And I spent too much money. That happens to me once a week. Once a week, I buy something that I'm like, you dumbass.
But in the big scheme of things, that's fairly small potatoes.
Yeah, sure.
Paulie,
sure.
What's yours?
But when you add up 300 of them,
so the thing that I regretted the most buying, and this seemed like such a smart purchase. It's our first home. We so wanted to, get into the market.
Of course.
It's like the smart thing to do, right? You gotta stop renting. You gotta own. But obviously, housing, even back then, this was like 2004.
Right.
It's really expensive. And I'm not, I don't have much of a radio salary at this point, just getting into TV. So we had to go further out, way up in Carlsbad to get this townhouse, like, one of the, new development townhouses. And and then we bought it. It was like the top of the market, even for then. It was like $400,000. And it's like, but you're in, like, you got real estate. This is going to appreciate.
Yes.
And then we're there for a couple of years. And the drive is so hard for me. And I'm so tired because I'm doing, my tough schedule. Even back then, I had mornings and nights. And it was like, we can't do this anymore. We weren't happy up there. And we ended up having to sell. And it's very hard to do this in San Diego. You lost money on the house. And then we had to rent for like several more years before we could actually finally buy again,
only you, man.
Where I know it's like how can you do something smart and it still ends up not working out? Like, oh man, this was not the right decision.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I can't really think of any like over $500,
right?
Even, I bought expensive stuff, but I enjoyed them.
I
got use out of it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no regrets there. Like, I never booked a vacation that I hated or bought a house that I didn't like, or a car. I don't know.
Bought that picnic basket off of Amazon that I didn't remember buying.
Yeah, but then that sucks. But then you're like, $60.
What about my Joe Frazier hoodie that I bought?
Okay, it says poor Ben couldn't get anything but a townhouse in Carlsbad. Yeah, I mean, like back then felt like it was further out, but yeah, smashed that. That's probably like 1.5 million now.
One of the stupider purchases I made, I guess, would have been when I was in college. I got like my tax return, and it was like $1,200, which when you're in college, that might as well be $20,000.
Yeah.
And I bought a scooter, like a electric, like a motorized scooter,
yeah.
And I had a freaking blast. Was that the smartest way to spend $1,000 at that time? Probably not. But I got a hell of a lot of enjoyment out of it.
As long as you enjoy it, I don't
regret it.
I don't feel regret. This record I want to break over my knee. It's the word. I got a quick one here. Very sad story out of baseball, man. Cubs catcher Miguel Amaya had been on the 60-day IL. They interviewed him before the game. He said, I'm so happy to be back with the team. Thank God I'm healthy. And, bro, if he didn't go out there, land awkwardly after hustling hard to beat out an infield single, landed on the bag weird and ended up rolling his ankle. Now they had to cart him off the field, Ben, and they did say it was just a sprain. It looked a hell of a lot worse than a sprain yesterday. I hope he's okay. But man, my heart broke for that guy. He was busting it out of the box. The Cubs are, they're trying to win a World Series too. He busted his tail to get back, and now he gets carted off in his first game back.
The tears, it was just painful to watch. No one had a don't do this other than just the bad luck of that happening on your first day back. Finally, quick do this. I had not known this. So in Milwaukee, apparently, since the 1940s, they've had this promotion at a local burger chain, George Webb Diners. that if the Brewers win 12 games in a row, everybody in town gets free burgers. Like since the 1940s, this has been a standing promotion. Well, guess what? Yesterday, the Brewers, they got an 11-game winning streak last month, and they missed the burger by 1. They got their 12-game winning streak yesterday. Everybody in Milwaukee wins a free burger from George Webb Restaurants, which is like, that's pretty cool. Brandon Woodruff was pitching. He goes, I was like nervous, like I had the entire city's burgers like on like the pressure of having to win this game against the Pirates to win burgers for everybody. And they did it. They had 170,000 free burgers handed out for the 12 straight wins for the Milwaukee Brewers.
170,000.
Started decades ago. I don't know. It started as a 17-game streak, and then it dropped to 13. And they opened the 1987 season with 13 wins. So they did it once way back when. Now they did it again. Free burgers for everybody in Milwaukee.
Love it, man. Enjoy your burgers, Milwaukee.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, before he goes up to Los Angeles, we will check in with Sam Levit, getting ready for a weekend of on-location pre- and post-game shows for Padres, Dodgers, in-season Sammy, coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you guys about QC Kinetics. Very happy to be a mouthpiece for QC Kinetics because I see a lot of you guys out there, and I hear from a lot of you guys, hey, Woodsy, I'd love to get back in the game, playing baseball with you on the weekends. My shoulder just is kind of out of commission. My knees hurt. Highly recommend heading on over to QC Kinetics. And listen, if you get out of bed this morning and your body is just screaming at you, I've been there, certainly. These guys heard me just grousing every single day about my wrist, didn't know what was the matter, was wearing braces on them and taping them. And I went to QC Kinetics. I got straightened out there. They will take care of you. And at the worst case scenario, they'll at least give you a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for what they do. And of course, their QC Kinetics regenerative treatments work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue, PRP, treatments like that. I was skeptical. I absolutely was skeptical. It's okay to be skeptical, but I am a lifelong QC Kinetics patient. Now, if anything goes wrong in my joints, I know exactly where I'm going first, and it's QC Kinetics. So grab the phone right now. Give them a call today. Locations in Hillcrest and Torrey Hills, 619-614-PAIN, 619-614-PAIN. Once again, 619-614-PAIN. It's QC Kinetics. Let them know Woodsy sent you.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Sammy Levit's got some gumption. He's doing it again. He's going to go up to Chavez Ravine for the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and be on the scene. It's better coverage that way, you know, when you're
it's
up
like a
there.
Workplace hazard.
It is.
Yeah, you should get hazard pay.
But, you know, he'll get to talk to players
Putting your life
live.
on the line.
Better pre- and post-game shows for you, Tier 1s and Padres fans. So thanks, Sammy Levit, next time you see him. He is standing by and will join us right after this check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. We still have a couple of problems here, guys. One of them is this crash on westbound King Freeway just before Spring Street. Those vehicles are over to the right shoulder, and collision over to the right shoulder on northbound 15 just before Friars Road. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, joining us right now, as he does each and every Thursday, the man himself, in season, Sammy, Sam Levit, our Padres pre- and post-game show host. Good morning, Sam. Times are good right now.
Yeah, they're really good. What a fun stretch it's been. Thank you to the Angels for performing so well, and it's a lot of fun right now. And obviously, it's a very, very big week coming up, a week plus with the 6 games in 10 days, beginning on Friday in LA. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun, but it's a fun team to watch right now, and I think Padres fans should be very happy with where they are, albeit a lot of work still to be done.
Tons of work to be done. Sammy, are you has the tenor of the post-game phone call changed for you a little bit, or do you still get, because I still see some dooming out there, and I think it's just inherent in every fan base. They're still going to have, complaints about, and I don't even want to say complaints. I think that's unfair. I think concerns is a better word about the team and what they look like moving forward. How has the tenor of the phone call been for you, though?
Yeah, I think it's been totally different. I mean, I think it's been night and day since they started winning following those 2 losses in St. Louis. I mean, I look at that as the inflection point. That's where this 14 out of 17 run began. And Woodsy, I think it's been totally different from my perspective, the feeling of this fan base. And I think that's happened for 2 reasons. Number one, they've started playing a whole lot better as a team, especially offensively, and the moves at the deadline. Not only did I think AJ Preller in this front office show you something at this deadline and address, and we've talked about it plenty, every need they had at the deadline, but then you pair that with the contributions these guys continue to make. It's one thing to make the moves. It's another thing to have guys show up and contribute the way guys like Laureano and Fermin and Miller and the list goes on, the way these guys are contributing. So to me, the tenor is totally changed from, a lot of dooming. And I thought, some of that was rightfully so when things were not going well during that series in St. Louis and that road trip. And to me, it's totally changed where I feel like people now are beyond happy with this team and believe in this team and what it could eventually do.
Getting those guys at the deadline, all from teams, which standard teams are out of it. They're going to move semi-expensive pieces over to other teams, but these guys seem really hungry. I mean, they really do. Ryan O'Hearn, Ramon Laureano. I mean, there's a hunger in these guys that I can't remember seeing in any acquisitions at the deadline since at least we've been covering the team. These dudes are kind of the blueprint for what you want to acquire. They've all come in, assimilated immediately, and have all said the right things, and they have certainly done the right things too. I think a lot of credit, like you said, goes to AJ Preller for identifying, the right pieces at the right time.
Yeah, I think you can think about a couple of these guys individually, right? Let's start with a Freddie Fermin. I mean, this is the first opportunity Fermin is getting to pretty much be the everyday number one catcher for a team. And what you heard about him when the trade was made, did the Padres give up a ton to get him? They did. Ryan Bergert's looked great so far for Kansas City, and that's going to hurt. If those guys, a guy like Bergert goes and turns into a really, really quality starting pitcher. However, what the Padres got back seems to be, to this point, really, really good. And what you heard about Fermin was that he was a hard worker. He was somebody the Royals loved and just was sitting behind Salvi Perez and, was never going to get that opportunity to really be the number one guy. And he's getting it now. I mean, Laureano, not only has he played great, but he's got a great personality. And I think I talked to you guys about this after the trade. This is a guy that works really hard, that loves playing baseball, that is just a grinder. Like you can hear him talk about it. Everybody, I think, heard him talk for the first time after his walk-off hit. I think for a lot of people, that was the first time they heard him talk. And he is a grinder. He's a guy that loves to play and wants to win and works really hard. So you bring those kinds of personalities into the clubhouse. I think it's only a good thing. So it's been all encompassing. It's been, I think, what the front office showed this group when they made the moves they did. The fact that the personalities they brought in seemed to mesh really well, whether you want to look at O'Hearn or Fermin or Laureano or Miller too. He's a dude back there, and the way he approaches things. And obviously when guys show up and contribute the way they have, that's going to help a lot as well. So across the board, it's gone, I think, as well as you could have hoped to this point.
As good as Ryan Bergert may turn out to be, and we like Stephen Kolek too, I've done like a complete 180 because it would be one thing if it was a rental for Freddie Fermin, but he is under control next season, the season after, the season after that, the season after that. And it looks like he can pretty much be your everyday catcher, possibly for years to come. Whether or not Ethan Salas ever turns into anything at all, you no longer really have to worry about that position like you have the last few years. AJ always constantly, who's the next Gary Sanchez? Who's the next, throw out the name. That Victor Caratini.
Nola, Caratini.
Just constantly cycling through, and you get the sense that you're pretty solid with Freddie Fermin for a while. How valuable is that to, have that taken care of? Meanwhile, Sammy, you tweeted, you're like multitasking, like at the beginning of the interview. Padres 7, 8, 9 hitters in their 3-game sweep against the Giants. 385 average, 3 homers, 10 ribbies, 10 runs scored. And you say those 7, 8, 9, Sheets, Iglesias, Laureano, Cronenworth, Fermin, and Diaz. So a lot of guys have contributed at the bottom, but only one guy has been a 7, 8, 9 hitter every single day.
Jake.
And we love to talk about the new toys, but let's talk about the old toy. Jake Cronenworth, who gets very little, I think, attention.
Unless it's negative.
Unless it's negative or love. But Jake Cronenworth, had a nice little lucky moment off the bag yesterday, but he just keeps getting on base. He just keeps doing what they want Jake Cronenworth to do, and don't think he gets a lot of appreciation for it. But Jake has quietly had a really good season, Sammy, and I hope people are starting to notice that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Jake brings so much from a clubhouse standpoint, and the fact that he's such a Swiss Army knife defensively, and he's always willing to do whatever he needs to do defensively to help his team. You look at the last 18 games, I think that's the on-base streak now, 18 games. He's hitting 300, a 440 on-base percentage, 12 runs scored. He's been really good, 12 RBIs. And look, I tweeted that out for a reason yesterday, and I'm sorry to people that saw the tweet yesterday because I slightly got the numbers wrong as I was getting ready for post-game, but you said it, Ben. 385 average for the 7, 8, 9 spots in that in the series in San Francisco. 10 runs scored, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and Jake Cronenworth was a huge part of that. Him alone, he was 4 for 11 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs, and he's been great. And it's funny. I was looking it up before I came on with you because another time the Padres won 14 out of 17 was at the very start of the year, and to me, that's kind of what we're seeing. I mean, in a different way, we are seeing the Padres return to who they were at the start of the year, when I think we all saw how they were playing, and it was like, okay, here we go. This is just a continuation from 2024, what they are offensively, moving the line. But it's amazing because they've won 14 out of 17 again, but they're doing it in a totally different way. The early part of the year, Tatis hit 361 with 6 home runs in the first 17 games. Merrill hit 378 with 3 home runs, and that's just a couple of guys. And now you look at a similar stretch here in July and August, and it's about guys like Fermin and Laureano and Cronenworth. It's a totally different formula. That's not to say that Merrill hasn't had big hits, that Fernando's not getting on base. He is, but it is pretty striking when you think about how impactful the bottom third of this order has been. And of course, you pair to where they were before the deadline during that series in St. Louis and what it felt like and the names they were running out there. It is a total reversal, and it's pretty striking. I mean, for the Padres and AJ Preller to be able to turn that part of the order as dramatically as they have and make it now a strength, I mean, what more can you say? It's amazing. Really is.
Yeah, it's been great, Sammy. So when do you head out?
I will go up tomorrow morning.
Okay. Do you take bear spray with you, or
no?
You're pretty well protected. All right.
No, you know what? I'll be honest. They from my standpoint, I mean, they treat me pretty well. They give me a nice spot to do my job. And hey, look, I don't, I don't wear, Padres logos. Typically, I'll wear my Viore polos or whatever. I usually wear maybe a shirt, jacket, whatever it is. Yeah. So I'm not a target per se, but look, it's going to be intense. And I will say this just on the baseball side with this series in LA. Look, there's a long way to go. There's 41 games left. It's a game lead. A lot can happen. Yep. And I really refuse to believe that the Dodgers are going to continue to play this poorly the rest of the year. However, this feels like a huge opportunity for the Padres. They're not playing well. Max Muncy might not be in the lineup. He was scratched yesterday. You look at the guys on the IL. I mean, I'm watching that game last night. I'm sure you guys were too. I mean, the bullpen, they've got Robleski trying to, get multiple innings. Brock Stewart on the IL, Tanner Scott on the IL, Kirby Yates on the IL, Michael Kopech on the IL, Kike Hernandez on the IL, Tommy Edman on the IL, Brewster Gratterall on the IL. The point I'm making is, are they going to play this poorly forever? Probably not. But right now, if you're the San Diego Padres, this is a time to get them up in LA. And you can play free and easy. You're not looking up at them.
Yeah.
So there's a long way to go. I don't want to make these games the end-all, be-all. But I think you can acknowledge this is a big opportunity for the Padres to go take it 6 times in the next 10 days when they face these guys. And I think part of that is because of the way the Dodgers are playing and the guys they're missing right now. And it's going to be fun.
It's very don't be the get right team again.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, don't be the get right.
Yeah, I mean, look, who knows what'll happen? I'm sure they will be very competitive. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. I don't want to take victory laps here on August 14th, but it feels to me like there's an opportunity here to go lay the hammer down, whatever euphemism you want to use.
That's well said, Sammy, because the series changed in the last few days. It went from a necessity. If you're like 3 games down, you have to win that series. Yep. And if you have any hope of catching them, you have to win that series. Now it's an opportunity. If the Padres can win the series, they will come home at least 2 games up on the Dodgers. And all of a sudden, the Dodgers will have to come to Petco Park. You have put yourself in at least a really good position, and you have that opportunity now to do so. It's not a disaster if they'll drop 2 out of 3, but, you have an opportunity. Sammy, appreciate it. Have a good weekend in Los Angeles.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Sam Levit. Just don't let Bob Scanlon take a picture of you in non-Padres gear and post it on the internet.
Yeah, they'll call you a giant P word.
You're screwed.
We'll come back. Eno Saris with some smart baseball in our third hour. We'll play some real or fake Throwback Thursday clips as well. All ahead here on 97.3 The Fan.
right, my friends, we are halfway home on a Thursday. Ben & Woods 97.3, The Fan. Such a pleasure to serve you 5 days a week here on this radio station. In the morning, 6 to 10. Today, 6 to 11. We got the Round Table, brought to you by Round Table Pizza. Ben will have a bevy of topics for us to discuss. I'm assuming there'll be some lineup construction chat, potentially. There will
not.
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel like
Nor should there be.
I didn't really feel like there's anywhere to go on that. Why would you change the lineup?
I don't know. People
I mean, you can talk
I'm down
about,
to talk about it.
You can talk about, Ramon Laureano is probably too good to be batting seventh, but
it's nice to have
winning.
somebody that
when
good.
you keep winning, no one's going to change the lineup.
Well, listen,
let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And Schulte especially, I don't think
Exactly.
so. I mean, like
it felt like a dead end conversation.
Kind of,
honestly.
but you could make some arguments one way or the other.
You could, but they'd kind of be.
It would fall on the most deaf of ears.
That's what I
think at that point, which is okay. It's okay. I think I think that I do think it's an interesting conversation. It always is an interesting conversation.
I think it's smart to have that in your back pocket for the stretch, the 4-game stretch where the offense is scuffling
sputtering
again, and say, okay, you know what I got in my back pocket? Let's put Ramon Laureano up further in the order. We'll shake things up a little bit.
Okay, so we're not going to be talking about that on the roundtable, but I do want to talk about what is potentially in your back pocket. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. That's Ben Higgins. Fleas. Do you have fleas in your back pocket?
I don't know. You can't really see them. They're very small.
I started itching again.
I can tell you within the hour. In fact, I believe they're calling right now. Should I answer?
Yeah, do it right here, live on the radio. We have nothing else.
Hello. Hi, Richard. How are you?
This is cool.
I'm good. Thank you. Yes, Yes, flea treatment. Yes.
What timing?
Okay, I will let everybody know. I'm at work right now, but I will let the people that are going to let you in know that 9 o'clock is about when you're going to arrive. Thank you.
May I ask if this is a bit? No,
it's not. The timing.
Yes, yeah. About 3 hours is 3 hours, and then they can get back in after it dries. Great. All right. Thank you, Richard. All right. Appreciate it. Bye.
I'll say this. That was Richard. Good man. He's going over to handle the fleas.
Yeah.
He was 50 times more polite and accepting of Richard's call than he is of any phone call I've ever made to him.
Kidding me?
Yep. Sure.
Anything else?
This is a man who is about to be in my home alone for 3 hours. You're absolutely right. I'm going to be pretty polite and nice to him.
Jeez.
I don't know what he's going to be doing in my house.
Taking care of those
messing
disgusting
around,
fleas.
Cooking up meth before he's gone. I've seen TV shows.
I can't tell you guys the level of panic that I get when I have to call him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Panic.
It's like, it has to be like life or death.
Panic sets and I go, oh God, what is he doing? Like, I am very conscious too.
I don't think I've called Ben in 5 years. I think the last time I called him was 6 years almost. I called him the night I went in for like emergency gallbladder removal surgery. Ben, I'm going.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't be there tomorrow.
Sounds good. Yeah. Sure.
I said
okay.
Goodbye.
Yep. I got it. All right, I'm Paulie. Okay, but he'll say your name. Okay, Woods. He says your name in it, and you go, "Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do?"
I specifically said yesterday when I talked to the scheduling agent. All right, I will be unavailable at work, so I know they usually like to call and say they're on their way. Can you text me instead of calling me? Of course, they called anyway, but I felt like I better answer this because I don't want them not to show up. So I did answer the call.
I'm telling you,
my favorite moment of the week right now.
Bro,
I don't know why.
We had a guy. I worked with this guy in Texas named Dan Murph, and he was a recruiter. So his job was really to listen. You got to listen. If I'm calling you Ben, and I'm going to recruit you away to our company, we were internal recruiters, so we didn't work for 20 different companies, right? Like, oh, I got a position at Kaiser Permanente. Oh, I got a position for you at State Farm. No, we all recruited to this one internet company, and you're calling top professionals in their field to have them come over to Reach Local and sell internet, okay? This dude would be on the phone and he would be pacing around the office, and we'd be, yeah, sure, yeah.
Nope.
Just waiting to like, just wanting to like get off the phone, but also like shut your mouth and let me talk. That's what I want to do. I want to talk on the air. Sure. Yep. Yeah. No, I got it. Yeah. Sure. And it would make us insane. And when I have to call you, I always look at my clock, my watch, and I go, okay, I have to like do this whole process of like, where is he? I'm not going to catch him like at the desk or filming a story. So it's got to, not only do I know it's going to be a painful conversation, but it's got to be really quick and it's got to be at the right time.
It's true.
Because you could be, preparing for your 6 o'clock or something.
I do appreciate a good, efficient conversation.
More than anything.
Small talk, not my thing.
Yet you will bloviate on the radio for 4 hours if I let you. It's the weirdest thing. He's such an enigma.
That's not small talk. That's big talk. I like big talk. I don't really like small talk.
I couldn't imagine. I will call Paulie. I'll talk to him 20 minutes, right? We just shoot the breeze.
What could you possibly... You see each other for hours every day. What can you possibly talk about for 20 more minutes? You didn't already discuss a million times.
Things happen. Things come up.
I don't know the way that I could actually record calls of us. Like if we were on the Stern Show, we had this huge budget. We had all these different things we could get. The best bid in the world would be over the course of a year to record all my calls with Ben. And there's maybe 4. So I'd have to step my game up a little bit. I'll be like, listen to this dude on the phone. And it's not, but now he knows. But it's so panic. I get so panicked to call you.
Can I find like how many times I've called Ben?
There's not a log, I don't think, is there?
There might be.
I mean, I think we've been together almost 8 years. I've called him maybe 10 times. Maybe.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And you've called me like twice. And when I see his name called, I go, oh, God.
Who died?
Who's dead? Someone is dead or in jail or something. It is such a panic that sets in. Well, I
had a 41-second call with Ben in May.
In when?
Hang on. May.
No way.
I have a 21-second call with Ben in April.
Oh, that's 2 months in a row, Paulie.
There is no chance.
Let's see. There's another 2-minute call. Jesus. Crazy.
Got into some heavy stuff, apparently.
Oh, this is gold. Yeah, I have here's mine. How do I find the length of call?
You click it.
Okay.
47 seconds. 36 seconds.
Okay, I got a canceled call in July. I had a 5-minute call with you at some point.
I guarantee you talked for 4 minutes and 38 seconds of that.
Some of them are longer, and those were conference calls, like with the 3 of us before a show or something.
Here's a 2-minute call with Ben. Here's a 1-minute call with Ben. Here's a 4-minute call with Ben. That's probably a conference call. 1 minute. 1 minute. This is incredible. 1 minute. Oh, we're going back to last year. I'm already back in back in December. I'm back in December of last year. Yeah. I mean, it's truly incredible. And you've always been that way, huh? So you don't have a buddy that you call and shoot the breeze with on the phone? Even your buddy Scotty?
We never call.
Never.
Just
text.
Text. Nothing but texts. And we don't even do that all that often. I mean, I probably him more than anyone. I mean, you guys more than anyone, but I also think that texting is overrated as well. Just communication in general.
You just hate communication.
I try to avoid it.
Your wife said, I always know when Woodsy calls because Paul is basically silent and Woods is just venting about silence.
That's a majority of the calls, I'd say, probably.
They're like teenage girls. It's true.
Do you practice your sympathetic noises, Paulie?
Oh, yeah.
What?
No way. That's crazy.
No, they didn't.
No,
what?
Really?
Dude.
Oh,
man.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh,
but I always
that sucks, Woods.
I always pick up.
What?
I always pick up. Always.
Adam did what?
I can't believe it. He wants us to do that. Oh my God.
Sorry, Woods. No, that sucks. That sucks for you.
Yeah,
totally.
I love it. I'm a chatter. I like to do my dials, and it's so good that school is back in session. because that's my time. You'll get a call. Everybody that knows me gets calls from me at about 1:30, 1:30 to about 2:15 is my sit in the car and make my phone calls. I get Paulie in, I get my buddy Jack, get my buddy Bauman, and I just rip my calls, and I feel so much better
every day.
Every day.
That's crazy.
Every single day.
Crazy.
And then
you literally spend more time on the phone in one day than I do in the entire year.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I can sit and just chew the fat. I check in on some homies every now and then. You good? Everybody good? I'm good. How's the family? That stuff. I feel like if I didn't do it, I know I wouldn't talk to anybody. So I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, it's my favorite. It is my favorite. I love that, Paulie. 41 seconds with Ben. 41.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
You
are Sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
And I guarantee,
because I know he says this too.
He hangs up and he goes, "That could have been a text."
Yeah. Yes, but he'll do this. He'll go, Oh, okay, Woods. And I go, when I hear the Woods, I'm like, oh, he is done. Like he is done. I've heard him do it.
He might as well be saying, like, why don't you just jump off a cliff?
Yeah, for real. And he'll go, yep, okay, Paulie. And that's it. You're done. That's it. He's wrapping it up. You're the best. You are one in a.
Did call my mom on the way home last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just to check in?
Yeah.
How long is that convo?
That was like 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay,
probably.
That's good. Yeah, you can always confide in your mom. I talk to my parents a few mornings a week. I drive in and wish my mom a happy birthday this morning. I'll wish her a happy birthday again right now. But yeah, Adam says the few times he's called you, he always begins by apologizing.
He does.
I used to call Klug I used to call and vent to him, and I don't anymore because nothing gets done. So I just don't. I'm just like, whatever.
Adam says taking strays this morning.
He's very sympathetic. He's a good listener. And then he's like, I see your point, but, and I go, all right. So I just don't. Paulie gets my ire.
You said you talked to your mom for 6 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
Probably the longest phone call of the year.
Oh, I mean,
Woods, I also talked to Woods. I looked 6 minutes yesterday.
Oh, 6 minutes.
That's a regular old phone call.
That's a quick one. Well, we got, how are we feeling about tomorrow? Is there anything we need or anything we're forgetting? We've been forgetting a lot of stuff lately as a show, and we're trying to remedy that. We've just had these great ideas that have come well after the fact.
Like we had something the other day.
I had a friggin' video I wanted to do yesterday. We walked out here, forgot to do it.
Yeah.
Just completely forgot to do it.
We had something on like Tuesday's show, and it was like 4 p.m, and it's something that just popped into my head, some moment that we had on the show, and I go, why didn't you play this? Or why didn't you do that? Like that would have been so much better. And you're like, can't do anything about it now. Like we can't we're not going to redo the bit.
I've had in my mind 5 great bits to do, and I've forgotten all of them, and it just is driving me nuts. So we're trying to get through it, but we'll be fine.
Caitlin wants to know if I ever call my children. That's an interesting question because I do call my oldest son and check in with him almost every single day. Now they both live at home, so I see them as well, but he's kind of handling stuff around the house. Like I need to text him or call him about the fleas, what time he's going to be there. The other one's more like me, and we'll like phone conversation is very,
he
very
won't do
rare.
it.
Yeah, we barely ever talk.
Does
if I see him
text?
calling me, he called me the other day, and I was like you. I'm like, what? This is worrisome. What happened?
Does he text you?
Yeah, he'll
okay.
text, yeah.
I'm so like I don't want my kids to have phones because they're 7 and 4, but I'm looking forward to those days of when they're old enough that we can text. I will blow them up.
One of my favorite things when you and I went out to Peoria, whether spring training or fantasy camp, and then Bo has the app on his watch where he can like voice to text, and like we'd just be driving, listening to the Stones or something, and all of a sudden your phone would like get interrupted on the Bluetooth, and you just hear, "Hey, what's up, big fella?"
Yeah. Hey, it's like, "Hey, Dad, I love you." I'm like, "I love you too, buddy." Send it back. It's great. It's great.
You mentioned we forget things. Speaking of forgetting things, I do not want to forget to remind everybody that, hey, it's not 5 days this week. You can have Ben and Woods. 6 days if you show up in person on Saturday and come hang out with us and watch some baseball at Moneyline Sports HQ, the new sports bar in Encinitas. Making our debut there and looking forward to seeing some tier ones. We're going to watch baseball. San Diego versus LA starting at 6 p.m. 30 TVs, 2 patios, really good food, drinks, arcade games out there, and we're going to have some merch to give away, including an autographed Jackson Merrill jersey, a pair of tickets to an upcoming game. We got one of those sandless beach towels. Just come hang with us, me, Paulie, and Woods from 6 o'clock. Watch the game this Saturday at Moneyline Sports AQ HQ, located at 345 South Coast Highway 101 between D Street and Encinitas Boulevard in Encinitas. See you out there on Saturday.
Cannot wait.
All right, we need a contestant. It is a Throwback Thursday, so we're going to play Real or Fake. Coming up in our next segment, if you want to try to qualify for our trip to Las Vegas, you can dial up now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Real or Fake coming up, Throwback Thursday clips, and Eno Saris, Smart Baseball, all ahead. Don't go away. Ben and Woods continuing on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Speaking of sports watching, though, if you want to up your game while you watch sports, make things a little more interesting and entertaining, you can do so with the daily fantasy app Prize Picks. I've been playing for about a year now. It's just a lot of fun for me. You don't have to do like 10 lineups a day. I usually do a couple a week, but some people like to do 3 or 4 every night. It's just however you like to play your game, run your game, as they say. You're just picking against the stats, stat line projections, 2 to 6 players, more or less. If it's baseball, like right now during the pennant races, Fernando Tatis Jr., more or less than 1.5 runs, hits, and RBIs in a game. Sometimes they will up them up. You can see these little goblins and devils that'll change the equation. You can win more sometimes. You can get easier projections on some of those. Just keep an eye out for all their special squares that they put up on a weekly basis. And, of course, football season is getting underway as well. Preseason on the weekend, set your lineups with all your favorite teams and players like Saquon Barkley or Josh Allen. All there, all available every single day on Prize Picks. Just download the app today. Prize Picks app, use the code KWFN. You're going to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KWFN when you download, $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Check it out today. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Hamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Forgot to text about the fleas. No, we'll text the kids at the bottom of the hour.
You can do it on the air. You do it all the time anyway.
I know, but I got to host a game of real or fake here. It kind of requires a little bit of attention, at least on my part. I'll do it in a couple of minutes. We got Eno Saris at the bottom of the hour, so we got to keep moving. Anyway, we got contestants on the line. Might as well get to it. Let's play a little real or fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
Before I tell the people what they'll win, I'll tell you the Real or Fake is brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you and let's go. Is this Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Jeremy, welcome to Real or Fake. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. All right. If you can get 4 out of 7 right in our game this morning, you will qualify for our grand prize trip to Las Vegas, 2 nights at Resorts World, 2 VIP admission passes to the AO Day Club, and a $175 food and beverage credit. Check out their special summer rates at rwlasvegas.com. Getting a little sportsy on this one, but Woods can help you out. When in doubt, here's our category. I did have trouble coming up with one yesterday. All right, it's topical at least. The Milwaukee Brewers have won 12 games in a row. How far can they keep it going? History says not much longer, because today's topic in Real or Fake, I will give you the name of a Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, or NHL team. All you have to do is tell me if they have a real 20-game or longer winning streak in franchise history, or if it's a fake.
Okay.
So there's not that many teams out there, Jeremy, that have won 20 in a row.
Chris Ello salivating
this
right
would
now.
Be a very Chris Ello, yes. He'd be very good at this topic. Jeremy, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. Real or fake? Chicago Cubs, 20-game winning streak in franchise history.
Woodsy, what do you think?
I think it's real.
He does. All right, Jeremy?
It's real.
You are both correct.
Boom.
In 1935, the
I was
Chicago
there.
Cubs won
I remember.
21
So
games
it was electric.
in a row.
It was
I
an
was going to
electric
say,
time.
do you remember when? Would you go? I think it was like 98, maybe.
All right.
It was an electric time.
Let's try this one. The Milwaukee Bucks, real or fake?
Let's go with real on that one too.
Wow, you're very good. Jeremy, 2 for 2. In 1970-71 season, they won 20 games in a row. Doing well. All right, let's see if you can go 3 for 3. The Indianapolis Colts.
20.
Did they win 20 in a row?
Let's go fake.
Yeah, fake.
They have the longest winning streak in NFL history. Peyton Manning, 2008-2009 seasons across 2 years, obviously.
Yeah.
They were 23 straight games to set the NFL record. All right, that's all right. You're still up 2-1. Let's go to round number 4. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Jeremy, real or fake 20-game winning streak?
Let's go real.
The Penguins have the longest winning streak in NHL history. It doesn't get to 20, only 17. So that's fake.
20 is a lot of hockey games.
It is.
Good
All right, so
Lord.
we're 2-2. We go to round number 5. The New York Yankees. Real or fake, Jeremy?
Real.
Did it. 19 in a row in
man. What are we at here?
1947. Now Jeremy is down 2-3. He needs both of these right.
Started so hot.
Yeah.
I know. Jeremy, all right, here we go. The Houston Rockets. Real or fake?
Woodsy, what do you think?
I was afraid you were going to ask me. Oh, God.
NBA
Noted
insider
Texan.
Stephen Woods.
Stephen Woods.
Woods Sharania.
What about like the Elijah days?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm
Like,
gonna say real.
let's say
I'm gonna
real.
say real.
Let's say real.
Yes,
And no.
but it wasn't
It
the
was,
Elijah
it was
days.
actually pretty recently, 2007-2008 season. They won 22 games in a row.
It was a dark period for me.
All right, so it comes down to round 7, as it often does, for the win. Real or fake? The St. Louis Cardinals.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
What?
I feel, Schulte won, 17 in a row with them? That may have set a record. I don't know. My gut says fake.
Jeremy, what do you say? You got to make the final call.
Mine says fake as well.
So that's your answer?
Yep.
Well, the reason was you're absolutely right. Mike Schultz, St. Louis Cardinals, set a franchise record with their 17-game winning streak in 2021, which means it is fake, which means, Jeremy, congratulations. You have qualified for the trip to Las Vegas. Paulie will get your information during the break.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Man, my blood pressure went
It was
through the
good.
roof there.
Good
Holy
game. Yeah,
cow.
sports, a little sportsy. Yeah, Chris
A
Ella
little
would have loved
sportsy.
that game. Would have
That's
loved
not
that
a
game.
there's nothing
It's a
little
lot
about it. That's
sportsy about
very
that game.
sportsy.
Lots sportsy about that one.
I had a thing yesterday, and we can do it. Maybe we can do it on the air later. I don't know. We got Eno Saris coming up next. I sat there and I go, it's probably that time of year, Woodsy, that you get on Wikipedia and you look for, you refresh your brain for head coaches in the NFL, right? And I started going through the names and I was like, totally. Like playing it with myself. Like,
Oh, yeah.
is it a real or fake? I'm looking at the guys and going, oh, yeah, totally. I maybe got like 7 right. I mean, maybe 7, 8. How many could you get now out of, what are there, 30 teams?
32.
32 teams? Could you get 18 right?
I think so.
You think you
I
could?
used to be so good.
Oh,
And
of
now-
course.
now
We
it's
all were.
so
10,
much
I can
harder.
get 10.
You can get 10. I'm telling you. Let's play it next. After Eno.
After
Let's
Eno.
play it.
All right,
Don't
Eno's
look.
coming up next. I will
Don't
look. All right.
go look. I know you're going to
Scouts honor.
I will not.
All
All
right.
right. Eno Saris coming up next with some smart baseball. It's Ben Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
I wanted to tell you guys about Loan Pronto really quickly. Ben was talking earlier how he had a tough time owning a home. But listen, if you're maxed out on your credit cards right now, if you got high interest debt that's accrued, you can pay it all off in days. If you do own a home with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get cash out now without touching your low rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The equity in your home is yours. They can help you get it out and, again, get cash out to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Get yourself back on good, solid financial ground. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home. See how much cash you could get out today. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, 2,500 5-star Google reviews, excellent customer service, and they make it very simple to do it. So if you are in that position right now, call now, start the conversation at 619-207-4336. Loanpronto.com is their website. You can go poke around there as well. But I would just call 619-207-4336. Get debt relief now at loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Oh, this is the one I told you about this morning, Benny. You had a Ramon song was on earlier.
Oh yeah, this is Simple Man.
Yes, it's Simple Man. I was playing it in the house the other day, and my 7-year-old started singing, "And be a simple candle man." And I said, "What'd you say?" And he said, he sang it again, "Simple candle man." I go,
Candy man.
I said, "What is a simple candle man?" He said, "Isn't that what he says?" I go, "No." He says, "A simple kind of man." I said, so now every time I hear Simple Man, it's going to be Simple Candle Man.
Well, while we arrived this morning, there was a song by the Ramones playing over our speakers.
Yeah.
And I had always thought, and I now know that it's not true, but for many years, I thought 2020, 24 hours to go. I want a piece of this. I want a piece of this.
Not be sedated.
Not be sedated. Who would want to be sedated?
I want a piece of this.
I want a piece of this.
He's standing over a pie, and he's singing.
I want a piece of this.
2020, 24 hours ago. My diet's over. I want a piece of this. You're incredible. Candleman, piece of this. Brilliant.
All right, we're wasting valuable time.
Smart
with
baseball.
Eno Saris. And I love smart baseball, but sometimes baseball just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think the smart money was not on the Padres being in first place here on August 14th, but here they are, a game ahead of the Dodgers. We'll chat about it with Eno right after this check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. Got a few problems in the North County. Collision involving several vehicles southbound 15 past Auto Parkway. It's being moved over the right shoulder. Another crash south 15 right before the 56. This one is in the center divide. And an accident on the coastline, southbound 5 right before Poinsettia. Cement truck and car involved. They're over to the right shoulder.
Speeding is dangerous to other drivers, to people walking or biking. Speeding catches up with you. Tickets, crashes, or even worse, slow the fast down. Safe speeds save lives. Go safely, California. From the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
It's time for the super polished, yet to be named Smart Baseball Weekly segment with Eno Saris, son of a bitch. Brought to you by 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from the ballpark by the bay in Chula Vista. Here's Eno Saris with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
We'll welcome Eno Saris for his weekly check-in, Smart Baseball, as we head down the stretch. And the Smart Baseball would never say a World Series contender could get swept 6 games by the Los Angeles Angels, right? So Dodgers are out. We can just write them off for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Not really.
It's tongue in cheek, buddy.
It's tongue in cheek. I mean, that's what that does. It ever frustrate you that as smart as you can be about baseball will sometimes fight back and just, the dumb answer is the right answer sometimes?
Oh my God, dude. I mean, I think that's like the motto of the playoffs. I mean,
oh yeah.
There's so many times you're like, oh, this is obvious. These are the contenders, and you're like, oh, okay, it's going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks against the Texas Rangers. What?
I mean, this year, Milwaukee, right? Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense on paper. It doesn't really make a lot of sense when you look at just the pitchers that they've beat recently. I mean, they've had no problem with Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens scares everybody half to death except for the Milwaukee Brewers, and they're really doing it with these guys are really good baseball players, man, and they play well as a team, but they're doing it with not a ton of star power.
Yeah. There's something that is actually in common with the Padres, and I wonder if there's, one thing I like about baseball and what I want for baseball is like different ways to win. And I think the Dodgers have been kind of doing a little bit of the Rays playbook where it's like, we're going to have 10,000 pitchers and we hope 5 of them are healthy at any given time. And we're going to spend, and then, not like the Rays, we're going to spend a lot of money on the lineup. That's where we're going to do that. We're going to work on our pitcher development. I mean, it's a lot of the stuff we've heard before. I think what the Padres represent, and Milwaukee and Toronto, is a real all in on contact. Now, I was looking at barrel rate. So when you look at barrel rate, which is just, hitting the ball hard in the air, at the top, it's the Yankees and Baltimore. We always love the Baltimore. We always love the Baltimore lineup. The Mets are up there. Phillies up there. They've spent money to lead the league in barrel rate and hitting the ball hard. They do that. the Padres are 26th in this number. But if you look at barrels, which is just the raw number of it, the Padres go up to 21st because they have so many batted ball events. They make so much contact. So in terms of putting lottery tickets out there and making contact, it's Toronto, Padres, Astros, and Milwaukee. Those are the top four. And so it's a slightly different way of going about the business. Now, I still hope that Tatis finds a power stroke, and that, they add a little power dimension to all this contact they're making. But there is something that is in common between the Padres and the Brewers.
Okay, so Eno, bringing that up, because I made the point earlier this week that the Padres have found ways to score runs consistently, especially since the trade deadline, by lengthening their lineup. And the bottom third has been, it's like night and day. However, I said when you get to the playoffs, generally you need to find a little power because you're facing so many good pitchers to score runs, and they still don't have that. Does that hold true? Do you generally need to find some home runs to have success in the postseason?
Yes, that is teams that rely on the homer retain more of their offense in the postseason. That's been something we've found. I found that that power predicts wins in the postseason. Now, when I say that, it's really subtle and it's not that strong because nothing predicts wins in the postseason. Right. So it can be good enough. The Royals won it all that one year based on contact and a bullpen, right? Contact heavy lineup and a bullpen. So there are different ways to win in the postseason, and then we go about saying, oh, this is the new way to win. I think the postseason is basically a crapshoot. So I think this approach is as good as any. I do want Tatis to find the power stroke. I think it's a little bit better, especially and Merrill too. I would like Merrill to hit for a little bit more power. Adding Laureano and O'Hearn is good because they can run into one. So I think as good as everything is going, though, Tatis he's been getting on base and he's been fine that way. He's been making contact. I would love just a little bit more power element to that swing right now.
Talking to Eno Saris from The Athletic here on Ben & Woods this morning, and I know one of your favorite topics is bullpens. You love to talk and dissect bullpens, and I would say here in San Diego, we're pretty excited about ours, and we've talked to you many times over the years about with every pitch a reliever throws, the effectiveness essentially goes down. The way that Mike Schilt is able to now have basically kind of an A team and then like a lowercase a team for his bullpen on a nightly basis is pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty awesome. And when you get some length from a starter, which is fairly rare, but Pivetta gave you some yesterday, Cease gave you some a couple times out, it really sets you up for the entire week of games. And I think he's really done a good job at deploying it. But what is your kind of view of the Padres bullpen going into these last 41 games?
Yeah, it's amazing to have a bullpen that leads the league in ERA, leads the league in wins above replacement, and is only 11th in innings pitched. So they've just been really excellent. And you're right. I think that that adage about like getting worse with every pitch, we saw a little bit with Jason Adam over the course of the season.
Yep.
Where when he was being used at his most, he became less effective. He lost the plate a little bit. Now that he's getting a little bit more rest, I think he's an excellent pitcher that, hopefully, and then the other part of it, being used often is your opponent seeing you often, right?
For sure.
So getting Mason Miller is kind of cool because, he's not only is he so amazing and good, but the opponents in division haven't seen him that often. And so he represents like sort of a fresh new look. And I think for what it's worth, David Morgan is a little bit like that too, where, there's a lot of teams that haven't seen a lot of David Morgan. And it's always good to have that, like, K-Rod did that in the playoffs one year, Francisco Rodriguez, where in 2002, where like nobody had seen him and he just blew through the playoffs. So it's always good to like be dominant, but then it's kind of cool to also have like, oh, but you haven't seen this guy, David Morgan, have you?
Yeah, and he's got really, really nasty stuff. And the luxury of being able to go to him the other day in the fifth inning to get big outs is huge. And it's going to be fun. The strategy employed by Mike Shilton and the crew, as we get into kind of the stretch run.
Yeah, I mean, even the C group of like Yuki and
Peralta.
Sean Reynolds still throws 96, and
they sent
Brian
him
Holling's out there with all the funk.
They sent him down. I mean, he lost the plate. I mean, but yeah, he's got stuff. But again, you may need to rely on a Sean Reynolds for something down the road. Brian Hoeing, kind of looking to find his groove down in the minors as well. But like, they're still there, and if they can fix something, those guys could be very valuable down. Still 41 games to go.
They've been good in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Talking to Eno Saris from the Athletics and Smart Baseball on a Thursday. Let's talk about the other team, the LA Dodgers. Fangraph still gives them a better chance to win the division, get the bye, and win the World Series. And we were kind of talking about that earlier. That's based on projections of the players that they have on their roster. But they have such good players. What's not going well? I mean, we know about the injuries, obviously, but there's got to be something a little bit more to it, that they've struggled for now an extended period of time. It's not just a bad week. It's been a bad month and a half, or more for the Los Angeles Dodgers. What are you kind of seeing here?
Well, I mean, yes, they project the Dodgers to win, but they projected the Dodgers to win 92 games, the Padres to win 91. So I mean,
close.
At that point, it's pretty much a toss-up, because that's just a machine putting out a number, as opposed to like, one game to go, in a different direction. I think that to some extent we're seeing some of the age of the Dodgers. When you look at Mookie Betts right now, he's having such a bad year that he just said, this is just a lost year, and I'm just going to try and do my best to help. But he's been below average with the stick, which is amazing. Freddie Freeman's been fine, but he's, a little hobbled on the base paths. The stolen bases really fell off, and he's never been a huge power threat. And then Teoscar Hernandez has just been kind of blah. And the projections will say, oh, Teoscar will figure it out, Mookie will figure it out, but maybe they won't. I mean, they're veteran guys that have gone this far into the season and not been that great. And the only kind of young player that has stepped forward and joined the lineup is Andy Pages. He's 15% better than league average. Like, he's pretty good. But right now it's kind of the Shohei squad on offense. And then pitching, I mean, you know what I'm going to say. It's just, you don't know who's available and who's healthy and who's good right now on this team. It looks like they're coming together. And so the projections are going to say Shohei's this kind of pitcher going forward, and Yamamoto is this kind of pitcher, and Kershaw is this kind of pitcher, and Glass now is healthy, and Snell is healthy, so that's when they're going to really come online. But in the bullpen, I don't see that same optimism. I'm not like, oh, this guy just has to come back, or this has to happen. The bullpen looks like a mess.
I like that.
Good stuff.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Good stuff.
I hope it continues.
Before you go, got a couple minutes. Mason Miller, go back to the bullpen for just a second. I've always thought he was a fastball slider guy, and he is, but we've seen this changeup lately.
God.
What can you tell us about that? I mean, has that always been a part of his game? Is that something new? Because it looked pretty nasty the couple times he broke it out.
Yeah, I think it might be a splinker.
Oh.
At least it has been. He's been playing around with it, a little bit, but it's 93 miles an hour. It's one of the hardest changeups in leagues. Edward Cabrera has like a 96 mile an hour one, but it's super nasty, and even being as hard as it is, it still has 16 more inches of drop over his four-seam fastball, and 6 inches more horizontal. So it's a huge power change, and it's completely different than everything else in terms of movement profile and stuff. So it's not something that I think he can land for strikes so much. But you get to two strikes, and you're expecting the slider, and you get the changeup. I mean, that's a big deal.
It's funny because, we get so mesmerized by fastballs and radar guns, but we know it with Trevor Hoffman. You see Christopher Sanchez with the Phillies. Changeups can be the most effective pitches against big league batters.
The worst.
Yeah, I can make them look the silliest for sure.
Gets me every Sunday. Every Sunday. Every Sunday.
I think the main problem though is that if he can't land it for strikes, then if they can spot it at all, then they're just going to lay off of it. So I think this is something we've learned from Suarez too. It's like he's got to throw that change up in the zone sometimes so that they honor it and they think they have to swing at it.
Eno, appreciate it. Well, we'll talk to you again next Thursday. We'll at least have half of these Dodgers games under our belts and a little more info in the NL West. Take care.
Yeah, they got to get to that bullpen. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Eno Saris. That's a good point. Padres, if their starters, the Dodgers get to go deep into games, huge advantage to LA.
Yep.
If the Padres can make Blake Snell be Blake Snell, at least, even if he's
Wait him
good,
out.
make him be 5 at least, not 7.
Yep.
Same with Glass now. You gotta get those guys at least working hard enough that they can't go to the 7th or 8th inning. Make the Dodgers use that taxed, injury-riddled bullpen for as many innings as possible for the next 3 days.
The next 6, actually. The next 6
of
games.
those 6. Yeah,
keep wear them out.
Keep using them for sure. All right, we'll come back. Final hour of Bennett Woods before the roundtable today. We still have a Roundel report to get to.
Are you ready for some football?
Let's embarrass ourselves massively next.
Very exciting.
Massively.
Coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan. You'd think that I would be looking forward to this because I like sports and I like sports trivia contests.
So much.
And all of a sudden I realize I'm kind of dreading this.
Yeah, I am too. You don't have to do it for long.
I
We just do it for
feel
a second.
woefully underprepared.
As you should.
But Woods brought up before we had Eno on, like something very simple that you used to know. Like I probably have named all 32 NFL head coaches.
Easily.
15, 20 years ago.
No problem.
And I don't know what's changed. Obviously, we don't have an NFL team anymore.
Yep.
We focus on Padres baseball.
Yep.
95% of the time. And they make a lot of changes now. And, I have not been able to keep track and keep up with everything. So, Paulie's going to test us.
Oh, I hate this.
Coming up here as we get into the start of football season.
Yeah, you wanted
it. Hey, this does give me a great chance, though, to get this read in. Football Talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Maybe I shouldn't be reading the CBS ads, being an ABC guy myself. I'll throw that to Woods next time. All right, Paulie, you have a big pre-produced open for our contest here. We do have our buzzers, though.
We do.
Got your buzzers.
We got our buzzer.
Oh, I like it.
I'm gonna hold it up here by the.
I like to embarrass us.
So we can hear it.
So you guys, we'll go down the list, and you guys will have to just.
How many? Is there like a winning score like we get to? Or are we doing like 10? Are we doing?
Let's see how bad it is.
20.
We're gonna go alphabetical.
Name that NFL head coach.
Yeah, we will start alphabetically with the Arizona Cardinals.
Pass.
That was Jonathan Gannon.
I should have known that.
Should have known that one. No points.
He's kind of a weirdo.
Is he?
Yeah.
Take your word for it.
Atlanta Falcons.
I can see him.
It's not Mike Smith. Pass.
He was hired last year.
I didn't know we were going alphabetically.
Mix it up.
Yeah. All right.
Because now I'm thinking about the next one.
I know.
The Chicago Bears, new coach.
I know this one because he has my name. Ben Johnson.
That is correct.
Yeah, he's my name. I got one.
Good.
I got one. Thank you.
Let's see. Who's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys?
It's Brian Schottenheimer.
Good one, Woods. You just barely beat me. One for Woods. I knew that one too.
Let's see here. The Houston Texans.
Oh, I can picture him. Unless if I'm thinking of the correct coach.
Probably not. Pass.
Pass. Fine.
The D'Amico Ryans.
Ryans.
For the Houston Texans. Hired in 2023.
Okay, we're still 1-1
Houston
here.
Texans talk this morning. We've got the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, crap. He went to the Patriots. I was going to say Mike Vrabel.
I know. He's in the Patriots now.
That's a -1 for me.
Is that a minus?
Yeah, I'm back to zero.
I pass. I don't know.
Brian Callahan.
I never would have had a chance. No chance.
Who is the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh, son of a...
Nick Sirianni.
Okay, I had to give you an easy one here.
Thanks. Yeah.
There's a lot of new coaches. Who is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints?
Oh.
Is it?
Is it Kellen Moore?
It is.
Oh, you bastard.
You got Mike Vrabel already. The head coach of the Seattle Seahawks.
F.
Did you go to -1?
It's not who I want. It's not who I thought. I'm -1.
That's Pete Carroll resigned.
He's
stepped down.
He's an answer on this
He's
list.
an answer on that list.
Oh, that's right. I know he is an answer now. But who did they replace him with? I don't know. Pass.
Mike McDonald.
Right.
They went 10-7 last year.
Sounds so much like another coach in the league.
Do you guys know who the new coach of the New York Jets is?
Rich Kotite.
Aaron Glenn.
What did you say?
Rich Kotite.
No.
1991.
Yes, Ben.
Aaron Glenn, yeah.
Aaron Glenn. Let's see here. It's weird not going out of order. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, that guy. The guy. The
Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen.
Duval.
Well, you said that guy. Ben said the name.
Duval.
You helped me though. This game sucks. Every day my game sucks.
Duval. And he did like the weird head bob. Hey, girl, Duval. Yeah, he's Let's see here. Do you got? This guy's been a coach for 2 years. Do you know who the coach of the Indianapolis Colts is?
That's embarrassing.
17-17 overall.
Oh, so mediocre.
Very forgettable.
I forget. No.
Shane Steichen.
Steichen. Oh, yeah.
You could have put a gun to my head. You could have put a gun to my head.
Coach of the Chargers at some point. Shane Steichen. Yeah.
Denver Broncos.
Oh, Sean Payton.
There you
nice.
go.
Yeah, the old school
On
guys.
the
All right, that
board.
brings you back to 0, I think.
Yeah, if you're over 60, I can get it.
The second-year coach for the Carolina Panthers.
Pass.
Dave Canales.
Oh, Canales. Yeah.
Canales.
The worst.
That's Spanish for channel, I think.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
I mean, the rest of the ones are we're at the point now. It's like the Steelers.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. The 49ers.
Those are
Kyle Shanahan.
The Washington Commanders.
Is
who is the Commanders coach now?
Oh, it's the what's his name? Can see him.
Pass.
Come on.
Dan Quinn.
Oh, Dan. I got it wrong.
New York Football Giants.
Is that dude Brian Daboll?
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
Yeah, it's funny because I got pictures
hot
here.
now.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I have the list. But when you say, "Oh, it's that dude,"
guy.
I know exactly what you're envisioning, and you're like, "Yeah, I know him."
I was wrong on the Commanders one. It was a
No.
different guy.
I mean, you're gonna get the Minnesota Vikings,
Kevin O'Connell.
Your beloved.
the Rams, the Chargers.
Sean McVay.
Sean Payton. No, Sean McVay.
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Sean.
How about
Who's
the
the-
Chargers again?
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh. That's right.
Who is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins?
Oh, Mike McDaniel.
Wow, you got
I
that
think
one.
once
All
he gets that one,
He looks like death, by the way.
And again,
That
now-
job has worn him out.
Again, now we're
Yeah.
like really into like Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Andy
All right,
Reid.
we're done.
The easier ones.
You know what? We
Dan
did
Campbell,
we
our
did
beloved.
very poorly. I did slightly less poorly, but we both did very poorly.
That's insane. That's insane. There's a lot of new names. I'm going to give myself a little credit, but I need to go through those. And it is, I went through like 5 yesterday, and I forgot 3 of the 5 that I went through yesterday. I went, this will be fun on the air. This will be really fun on the hard. It's really hard.
It's hard.
It's very difficult.
Tomorrow, NHL head coaches. No.
No.
All right.
Who's
Name 2.
NHL head coaches.
Yes. 2.
Who's the guy that we used to love for our beloved Columbus Blue Jackets?
that was
I think they got
John-
rid of him though.
Thibodeau.
No, I forget his name. We're bad Columbus
bad
Blue
at
Jackets
this.
fans.
Yeah, I'm bad. Sorry. That is embarrassing.
Here's that short clip. This was like 2 years ago when Jonathan Gannon got hired, and the Cardinals put out a video of meeting the team for the first time. And he had this really like strange encounter with one of his players.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Good. Shots, explosives. You can run. Hey, Calvin, how you doing?
Oh, man. I need a little Duval. though.
Torts. John
Torts,
Tortorella.
Tortorella.
Remember Torts?
I think
yeah.
he's gone, though.
Yeah, he's long gone. Like there's been 4 coaches
Duval.
since
This
him.
guy. This guy. I'm still waiting on preseason and really what gets me locked in every year is the fantasy football draft. I'll pay way more attention because I do like playing fantasy, but it is.
I don't like playing fantasy. Please do not ask me to be in your fantasy football league. I appreciate the offers.
You were in it last year.
I was in one because it was kind of a work related thing with that I felt like it was kind of a
You had to.
D move not to.
Yeah.
Speaking
But I
of-
didn't pay attention.
Speaking of head coaches, did you see the story this week about John Gruden and his ruling that he
Yeah.
won with the Nevada Supreme Court? It's
I
kind of interesting. It's an old story now. Remember Gruden got fired by the Raiders.
The racist
after
emails.
His emails,
Yeah.
his like homophobic, racist emails were leaked by someone.
Right.
And he thinks it was the NFL that leaked them
Yeah,
out,
for sure.
And this was from his time when he was a broadcaster, but these emails got out and the Raiders fired him and he had all this money left on his contract. So he sued and said, you did this on purpose. You leaked these out so that they would be forced to fire. And the NFL countered and goes, hey, you signed an agreement. Anything is binding arbitration. Like you can't go to court. Roger Goodell gets to decide on your case. And John Gruden's like, that seems kind of like a conflict of interest that John Gruden the commissioner, Roger Goodell gets to decide on my case against him, essentially. So he took it to the Nevada Supreme Court, and they said, you were right.
He won.
That is unconscionable. This is going to go to a court of law. And now he gets a chance to at least like find discovery and evidence that, if the NFL leaked those emails, they could be on the hook for quite a big payout for John Gruden.
I thought did he not get a big payout?
He got some payout, but I don't think he got all of his, because he had like $100 million 10-year contract, and it was like the third year, and they had to let him go. He didn't get all that money. So that's going to be interesting, though, because I know the NFL does not want to have to go to court and open up all their emails and all their books and everything to discovery.
Yes, forget it.
So the question will be now, can they pay off John Gruden? Or is he like determined, like, I've got enough money, I want my day in court. I want to be like, I want this to come out publicly. He also said he would kill, to coach in the SEC. John Gruden.
My God, what a fit. What a fit that would be. Holy smokes. Yeah, I think he would be a natural, perfect.
It was either
fit.
Kill or die, one or the other. But he was like, I would love an opportunity to coach in the SEC.
Why didn't they hire him? Why hasn't somebody snatched him up?
No,
I've seen a couple, because Barstool hired him, right? And he goes in and they like fire questions at him. He always knows his stuff. Is
it possible that John Gruden is riding on his own early success coattails? And if you actually look at his track record, it's not that impressive. I mean,
okay, well, you say that, but like, look at some of the people that we just forgot to know who they were.
Enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would take all the
is he
the
worth
other stuff
all the
out.
kind of
Is he
the
worth
baggage and everything that comes along with hiring John Gruden? Is he that great of a coach?
It's the funny thing is, like, it's been 5 years, right? And there's such in the NFL, the shelf life is about 3 months before they'll hire a felon or a guy that did something that you couldn't wrap your head around. They'll give that guy another chance. And I'm not necessarily saying he deserves one or even wants one in the NFL, because he probably won't get it. But yeah, man, he's a pretty smart football guy. And I do wonder what he would be like in college. And the SEC has a tradition, I think, of saying, you got a little shadiness in your past. You're all right. You know,
I mean, we've seen plenty.
Bobby Petrino. I mean, the list goes on.
You feel like if Gruden could do anything, he could motivate some kids to play hard for him. I would think that would be right up his alley.
Yeah, no question. No question.
I don't know. Just an interesting story since we were talking a little football.
Where's your interest level on football this year?
It's pretty low, actually.
So far, yeah.
I mean, right now,
mine is low right now.
And it will stay low until, well, probably the baseball playoffs are over.
Yeah,
and then we'll quickly ramp it up.
We love football.
Couple of months.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm like, I have less than zero interest in watching any football. I think the month of August, certainly. Right. No preseason. I don't care about any of the early matchups or anything like that. Don't care about fantasy. Like, I'm locked in on baseball, but I'm like also kind of like yearning for those Saturday and Sunday mornings and afternoons, just chilling, watching some football. It's fun. It's entertainment on your television for sure. And then at 5:40, flipping over to some baseball.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, man. Like I said, I follow my fantasy team and Red Zone, and I'll be all in then. But yeah, baseball is still priority.
All right, Paulie's going to pull some classic flubs for us on a Throwback Thursday. And we've got an Adam Jones related clip as well, in honor of Mr. Orioles Hall of Famer, who just went in last week and did actually text Paulie back. He's been very busy. We've been trying to get him on to congratulate him, but he's been so busy with the ceremonies and everything that hasn't had an opportunity to join us yet. But he will on Throwback Thursday, coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First up, I will tell you about SDFatLoss.com. It was my weight loss strategy that I went through 2 summers ago, and I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. I'll tell you what, when you get on the scale, and part of the program is the accountability, and I still get on the scale every single morning, so I can tell you with authority that I'm still 40 pounds down from where I started 2 years ago. But when you see the numbers starting to just come down day by day, up to a pound of fat per day, it really is amazing. I got used to the kind of the eating strategies pretty quickly. It helped that it was based on real food. So, I ate a lot of chicken, ate a lot of steak, wasn't a ton of variety, a little bit. But, I mean, it was 2 months. It was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. I hope you can find a spot in your life to make this change. Go to SDFatLoss.com. Schedule a free consultation with a counselor, a coach. They'll explain how the program is going to work. And if you sign up now, you're going to get $200 off. It's an already affordable program. It's doctor developed. It is not based on injections. It's not based on any fake things like shakes or bars. It's just real food, real weight loss that makes it sustainable. So many tier ones have done this. Join them, join me on your weight loss journey by going to sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
I got the round table coming up at 10 o'clock. Use a slice of pizza this morning.
Save that clip for some reason. I could use a slice of pizza.
Use a slice of pizza for sure.
Could do a great prank call with that to a restaurant.
So plenty of Padres talk coming up.
Oh, yeah, loads of it.
Right now, though, we are looking back. A little throwback Thursday from Paulie, who's got a clip and has pulled some flubs from way back.
I missed it.
In the early days of Ben and Woods.
Yeah,
Paulie, why don't we start with our clip?
We'll get to some flubs here in a second. It was this year in 2022.
Wait, this year? That's
this week.
This week in 2022.
It was either 2022 or 2023, but we had Adam Jones was getting ready to join us from Barcelona, and he was on a little bit of a vacation, but he still wanted to hop on via Zoom. He also reached out to me that morning. I remember he wanted to have me record him like off the air.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to say Manny mother effing Machado.
Correct.
Can only assume Manny was having a hot week or something like that. And so I was like texting him. I couldn't really talk to him through Zoom because we were like literally on the air still. But he was texting me. He goes, "Hey, check this spread out." And he was like, flip the camera around.
He was on a yacht.
And he was on a cliffside backyard.
It was like a backyard
he had this
type
ridiculous
situation.
spread of food and drinks and the pool and the ocean. I mean, it looked unbelievable. And I was still recording from when he wanted to say Manny Machado's name. And this was the audio that we got. It didn't go over the air. He didn't know we could even hear him, but he was just narrating his backyard to himself.
Show you. Want to be jealous, you bastards? I don't know. I'm gonna switch the camera. Look at this, you fat asses. I know you fat bastards want to eat some of this. Look at you. You rotten, no good mother. Look at you. And this beer, fire.
I've said it before. I will say it again.
This kills me every time.
Adam Jones did it right. Made a lot of money in his career.
Manny Machado.
But was smart about it. Got some good advisors, good investors. Was careful with it. So at the end of his career, he has some, playing around with money that he can live in Barcelona and he can travel and do what he wants. I mean,
his wife makes bank too.
He did
he's
it right.
Smart.
Yeah.
He just nailed it.
He did it right.
Let me hear it again.
He's now enjoying the fruits of his labor.
I just don't understand how it switched from if this would be me, if I was in Kauai. Guys, oh my gosh, check this out. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? I sent you guys pictures from Queen's Bath. I was like, isn't this beautiful and stunning? You guys were like, oh, it's so beautiful. I think he was like 12 beers deep.
I was going to say, I think he had a few
at the time.
drinks.
I can't imagine DMing you. Hey, listen, look at you fat mother effers.
I mean, bro, we were like during a commercial break or something. This was recording in the background and I was watching on Zoom. He flipped the camera. He's like, I don't know how to flip this camera. And I was like, wow, it looks amazing. And then, you're just like, damn, where'd that come from?
Tyler, check it right. That's where this drop is from.
Yeah, that's what this is it.
Show you. Want to be jealous, you bastards? I don't know. I'm gonna switch the camera. Look at this, you fat asses. I know you fat bastards want to eat some of this. Look at you. You rotten, no good mother. Look at you. And this beer, fire.
Fire.
You rotten, no good mother effers.
You rotten, no good mother.
I love it. I love AJ. I hope he's doing great. So happy for him. Baltimore
I was texting
Orioles
with him
Hall
yesterday.
famer.
We tried to get him on the show this week. Talk about some of the new Orioles players we got at the trade deadline.
Yeah,
the
man.
week that he had last week, he's like, bro, he had a schedule of appearances like just bang, bang, bang every single day. And he's like, we're finally relaxing. I was like, dude, enjoy.
Take your time. We'll always be here. Well, as long as we can. We have a year and a half left on our deal. So we'll be here at least till that point.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
You guys want some flubs?
More than anything.
Yeah, so Woods has been dying.
I missed it last
week when you were away.
I think these ones might be different from last week, the ones that we played. We haven't done flubs in a long time. I pulled this montage. It's about 3 minutes. This came from like April of 2020. So without any further ado.
Yeah,
you're no longer the couch of the Cowboys.
I was like, what's a couch of the Cowboys, by the way? This is not. KD has a better resume.
It's a resume.
Damn it.
Starts getting bigger and encompassing surrounding counties. Counties is the word I was looking for.
Yes.
We'll talk to the Mort. Next. Wait, what?
The
Shout
Mort.
out to his family.
Peter, welcome to Ben or Woods.
Hey,
No, it's
guys,
Ben
how are
and
you?
Woods. Real or fake?
Did you say Ben or Woods?
Ben or Woods.
Oh.
Oliver Luck joining us here on Ben and Woods. Mr. Commissioner, it's good to have you on.
Commissioner.
Others enshrined this year. Steve. Why should Brian Dutcher be the National Coach of the Year?
What is the National Coach? Good God, what a day!
They're division rivals, so neither of them wants to see Butts go to the other. So they're going to keep
Mookie Betts.
Paul, did you hear it? Every year
now. Jace Tingler, he may be a whisperer.
Yeah. What is a whisperer?
Give Ballast Point a try once over again. Oh, it's a flub.
God.
It's a flub just in time for our flubs of the week. Give Ballast Point a try once and over again. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Just have a beer. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports leader.
What?
Something. 97.3 The
Paul,
Fan.
that's a...
I've been up, done them in Arizona and Tucson. I went to Honda, Anaheim's Honda Center. This is what Robert.
Oh,
Robert,
God.
Tom, Robert.
Because my house is it's insane. It's in an insane asylum. That's a giant flub.
What you should be watching while you're stuck at home during our coronavirus. Never mind. By the way, SDCCU remains open. Rest assured, your funds are federal. Dave Softy Mahler in Seattle as we do a coronavirus check-in.
What?
In our tournament of drops, Woods. Got the last lead at 8-man.
You know, whenever Michael Jordan should mention Scottie Pippen along with him. What did you say?
Did you just say what?
What was that?
Our remote broadcasting location where we intend to come from you, with you, come to you from with every morning.
All right, everybody, get your heads right. It is over Wednesday morning. That's an auspicious start.
We will talk a little Tom Brady.
Tom
Stern. Tom Howard Stern. Tom Brady. Paul Reindl back in our haunted Intercom Empire Studios.
Well, the protesters all got into their cars.
All right, it is 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
It is what? 6 o'clock in the morning.
Who just won our Michael Head bobblehead giveaway.
What?
Michael bobblehead.
What?
Michael King bobblehead. Their beat writer Ian Brown from MLD.
Yes!
That's all, folks.
I got to give you an immense amount of credit. That doesn't happen anymore. Where you're like, blah, 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 blah. Like, were you drinking a lot during the coronavirus? Because, dude, he doesn't do that anymore at all. Like he never does the blah, 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 blah.
No, it's been a long time.
You sound like you just got on the radio for your first time ever.
I've done a better job in getting a little more rest, I think,
yes,
which helps.
That was
I also have evolved just as a broadcaster a bit, and I don't feel as frantic about getting
things done,
the words out, than maybe I used to. Like, gotta get this out really fast.
Like I'm giving you. You've gone not 100, like 178 degrees. You've done a full 178 from there because that just doesn't happen anymore.
I think back in the day, I was always worried that this could be our last show. This would be the last minute of the last show. Is this going to last?
If you kept broadcasting like that, it would have been the last minute of our show.
There's one more flub, just one flub, because hearing all of those, it reminded. I think this one's still my favorite because of the disdain in my voice for Woods not being able to say a word.
You know, people are going to want to put an asterisk. I can never say that word. Asterisk. Asterisk. That is so good. You're Megan in the chat goes, Ben doesn't trail off into the darkness anymore. He is just and on Fridays, it got to the point on Fridays like, don't come in. Just don't. Please take a nap. Oh, it would make me nuts. The guy's like, I got home at 1. I woke up at 3. I'm like, dude, you're gonna die. Good job, Woody. Good job, Woody. It kills me, man. Absolutely kills me. It's so good. Man, you've gotten good. You are really, 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 really
I had
good.
the same thought. That,
You're excellent. You're
much
excellent.
better than I used to be.
Oh my God. How did we get through a show back then?
Now, again, that was many, many weeks worth crammed into a couple of minutes.
That's true.
But same time, I do agree with you.
That was brilliant.
All right, we
I
will,
could listen to that all day long, and it would not be enough for me.
We got one segment to go. Paulie's got some headlines for us coming up in the Rounder Report, and then it is roundtable time at the top of the hour. Don't go anywhere. Ben Woods continuing here on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
All right, it is Thursday. It is an off day for baseball, which means if you don't have plans, this would be a great time to check out 7 Mile Casino. Make the short drive down the 5 freeway. There we go. Oh, I start thinking
Down
about
the
them.
Frive.
Down the Frive.
Get fries.
Chula Vista, and just check out 7 Mile Casino.
You nailed it, my friend, as you always do. It is a phenomenal place to go. Spend an hour, spend 5 hours. It doesn't matter. They'll take your business. They will take good care of you, and they will cater to you if you're a high-limit player as well, obviously. But they got Pai Gow, they got Baccarat, they got Texas Hold'em, and they have California-style blackjack, my personal favorite.
You said take your business, but hey, things go well. You could be taking their business.
That's exactly
out
right.
the door with you. That's the great thing about a card room. You can actually go and win a ton at one of their tables. Either way, though, you can have a good time. The patio at Sammy's at 7 Mile is beautiful. Full bar, TVs all over the place. They want you to feel comfortable. Come back again and again and again. And don't forget to check out the weekend brunch. Best in the South County, voted as the #1 brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Check it out today at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey players, things are about to get real here in San Diego. Introducing the all-new Jamul Casino Resort. With a 200-room hotel tower, exciting new eats and drinks, plenty of new places to play, and a luxe spa and salon. Hello, rooftop pool and deck. It's where players can play their hearts out and enjoy all the perks that come with it. It gets real this summer at the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Had a little bit of a problem today. It was hard to talk about yesterday's game because, again, as you said, it just went perfectly. We scripted it, easy win, just like you'd want it, and they didn't actually even give us a lot to talk about in that game. Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, you dream of those, right?
You do.
We had been begging for some laughers offensively for a while, and when we got up, I think it was 7-0, right? Is that right? 7-0.
Yeah, after the second.
After the second.
7
in the
second inning. Yeah.
Even my text with my friends, it was like, man, let's not get into one of those games where it's like 7-0 in the second, and Mason Miller's got to come out in the 8th. You know what I mean? Like, let's continue to push, and they did, and they continue to take extra bags and score extra runs and take advantage and play really hard, good defense and hustle and all of it. It was I got to the point in that game. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, where I was like, this is when you wish you had a bigger bench where Manny is, everybody.
They got Bryce Johnson in, but you can't get everyone out,
right?
For sure,
exactly, and like get everybody kind of off their feet. And boy, they handled the business that they needed to, and put their foot on the throat.
But
which we begged for.
Padres won by 3, 4, and 10.
Yeah.
In the 3 games. Contrast that with their last trip to San Francisco, which was 4 games, where they won by 1, won by 1, lost by 1, and lost by 1.
Yeah.
In those 4 games.
Man, that is
bit of an
every
evolution.
game felt the opposite. The games that they
won,
they should have lost.
The games they lost, they should have won.
That's right.
But in these 3 games, they should have won. They did win, and they made it pretty unstressful at the end, all 3 days.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. All right, Paulie's got some headlines for the Roundel Report. We'll get to those after our last check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. We still have a couple of problems in the North County, South 15. One is this accident just past Auto Park Way. Those vehicles are now over to the right shoulder, then across the center divide up ahead right before the 56. We're also getting reports of a stall on the Severn Drive on-ramp to East 8 and reports of a possible encampment fire near the border south on 5. Dairy Mart Road, smoke visible from the right shoulder. Before you hit the beach, the mountains, or even the 5 this Labor Day weekend, the road trip ready with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment needed. Stay in your car while they change your oil and check your tires, battery, and fluids. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Roundel Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I All right.
All right.
All right.
Happy Thursday, Jim.
After doing the flubs and playing that back and seeing the response of people going, "Oh, I forgot about that one," or "Is that where that came from?"
The origin.
On a slow day, Paulie, we should do like one Rindle Report story is simply the origin of all the clips in the Rindle Report Open.
I think I can make that happen.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, we can absolutely make that happen. All right, let's get started here. Not a real sportsy story, but actually kind of was. I want to give some props to our beloved friend, Major Garrett. Major Garrett sent us a link to his podcast that he does. I don't know how often it comes out. I don't know if it's daily, weekly, or even monthly, but The Takeout on CBS News. Yep. It is a newsy, political podcast, and we're not going to get into any politics here. We're just going to get to the open, the very start of this week's podcast that came out today. He texted it to us. I'm guessing you guys didn't click the link because we were live on the air. But listen to how Major Garrett started his national podcast for CBS News.
Like that.
Hello, everyone. I'm Major Garrett in Washington. Let me welcome you to The Takeout. And we start with a brief sports update. The San Diego Padres are tied for first place in the National League West. Not big news to you, probably, but very big news to me. A Padre fan since 1969, when I was 7 years old. And trust me, for lifelong Padre fans, first place conversations are sparse. The last time the Padres were in first place this late in any season was 2010. So every day that the Padres are in first place, this mug, you can see it right there, will be with me at the family table. No first place, no mug. It may be gone tomorrow, but it is here, proudly displayed right now. Also here, in a general sense, a sense in Europe.
Amazing. And then now it gets into his show.
What a great segue.
Right. He's the segue.
He's
king,
the segue
along
master.
with you.
Yes.
Very
I
nice.
love Major.
I love when the Padres get a little national repping because they get so little of it.
He's going to be in at the end of the month.
Yeah,
And
I'll
he
be
said,
here in a few
"Hey, I
weeks."
would love to come in if you have room for me." I was like, "No, let me see if we can squeeze you in, Major."
It does give me.
Sorry, we got NFL head coach trivia that day. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it happen.
Yep.
I know I've been the cautiously optimistic one here, but it gives me a little, Major's pretty level-headed.
He is, but he
when it
gets
comes to
fired
his
up.
fandom. But if he can be excited about being in first place, there's no reason why the rest of us can't also be excited about being in first place.
Great bit idea from Zach in the chat. When Major comes in, we can do a segue off. UV Major will throw topics at you, and you have to segue between them. I think that's brilliant.
While we're riding Segways.
Yes, while you're riding Segways.
Do they still have those anymore? I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Of course they do.
Pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
They didn't get all replaced by bird scooters.
You've
and
still
such?
never ridden a scooter.
Never ridden a scooter or a Segway.
I've never been on a Segway.
I did a Segway thing for before,
Segway tour?
Not a tour. Hillary from 91X. We were at 94.9, and we did before like the Muse concert. We rode around on Segways giving away tickets. It was fun. Muse, the band.
What's their famous song?
They have a bunch. Hysteria. They have a bunch.
Yeah.
They're like Queen, but modern.
Oh, they do the one from the Aztecs games,
yes,
right?
yes, if that helps
what's
you.
What's
Rise
that one
Again,
called?
Uprising.
Uprising.
Uprise.
Victorious. That's where I know him from for sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. We'll switch over to some Netflix news. Got a new documentary coming out in just a few weeks that I cannot wait for. I've been really into documentaries lately. Been watching a bunch, and I cannot wait for this one. It comes out on September 10th on Netflix, and it is a 2-part documentary on the life of Charlie Sheen.
Fascinating.
I think it's going to be riveting.
Winning. Remember that
Oh, yeah.
freaking meltdown years ago? It was like great. It was morning show. It was morning show gold. And it was tough because we all grew up loving Charlie Sheen. He was one of the best actors. Wall Street, Major League, you name it. He was brilliant. Platoon. He was so good. And then just drugs, booze, women, the whole thing. And he was one of the few that was like, no, he wasn't like, no, I'm fine. I'm good. He really embraced it, and it was something to see. Every day it was in Tiger's blood, and like.
But then he came back again.
And he came back again.
Yeah, and 2.5 Men. What's the show?
Yeah, 2.5 Men. He's obviously going to be a part of this. He's going to be featured in it along with people like Denise Richard, family members. Sean Penn's in the documentary. It says Charlie Sheen's drug dealer Marco is in it. The description for the documentary says tabloid black hole. Charlie Sheen knows what's been said about him, and he's finally ready to confess. And it's going to track his upbringing in Malibu and through his entire career and the good and the bad.
All in. He has one of the most extensive baseball memorabilia collections that you could ever dream. It's like Ty Cobb's cleats and stuff. Like, here's Joe Jackson's Black Betty bat. Like, he has all the good stuff in his collection.
Such an interesting family because Martin Sheen, obviously, kind of very erudite, West Wing, political, and he's like that off the air as well. But then Emilio Estevez is also his brother.
Correct.
Mighty Ducks and that whole thing. So
Ducks fly forever.
I wonder if Emilio's in it.
I don't know.
They didn't mention him?
It said the blurb that I got here says Ramon Estevez.
Ramon.
Don't see any about Emilio.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. What's it called?
The title.
Tiger's Blood.
It just says AKA Charlie Sheen.
He was having like people into his home. He's like, these are my 2 girlfriends. They're both like porn stars. It was great. It was great. We were watching this every day.
It was ridiculous.
I was on a morning show at the time, and every day it would be like, we had that prep service, and it would be 1,500 Charlie. I'm like, we're doing an hour again on Charlie Sheen. Like, it was just there. Was crazy. I cannot. Yeah, the Warlock bit.
That was like pre-TMZ even. Like
TMZ was still
was there?
Yeah, but he's fascinating, and he's got HIV diagnosis years ago. Like, it's gnarly.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. He's seen it all.
He really has. It's going to be great. Can't wait. September 10th, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen on Netflix.
All in.
All right. And then finally, you guys were talking about this earlier. I was saying, wait, what's going on? San Diego, congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause because San Diego has been named the world's most relaxing city.
So not too enthusiastic of a round of applause. Just a very laid back round of applause. For the most relaxed city in the world, you say?
In the world. In the world.
And
there's got to be some Italian village somewhere,
right? In Greece or something.
Right. That's what I thought.
Chill.
That's what I would have thought. I don't know if it's got to be like a major city, but it does talk about some of the metrics that they used were spa access, air quality, number of parks and nature, things of that sort. Sunshine hours, how much sun do you get? 100%. Happiness and traffic congestion. And overall, San Diego got the number 1 spot out of 100 points. They got a 68.7.
Round that up to
69.
69.
69.
They say that San Diego offers a perfect blend of nature and wellness due to their laid-back and relaxed atmosphere, the stunning coastline, scenic parks, and year-round sunshine. I did not know that San Diego has the most parks and nature reserves, more than any other city on this list. And it's apparently San Diego is home to 359 spas.
Wow.
Per their reporting.
Yeah, my wife tweeted this morning, if San Diego has a top-tier relaxation score of nearly 69, nice, then WTF is my problem. That's what I've been wanting to know for the last 11 years. What is your problem? It's such a relaxing place.
I don't know if it's relaxation is the word for it, but there's something that I love about San Diego, and that is how different like our whole county is.
Yes.
Like, you can stay in San Diego, you can go to the desert, you can go to the mountains and the snow, you can go to the beach, you can go. I mean, really, we've got everything. And then I'll go somewhere else, and it's interesting, but, it's a flat city in the middle of a plain. And like, okay, you can't really do anything other than that.
I mean,
but
like
in San Diego, you always feel like whatever I want to do, I can do today.
I mean, I love a big city. I'm a city guy, always have been, but
we're a big enough city that we have most of the things other big cities have.
Correct.
But we also don't, it's not all we have. We're so much more.
Right.
I would make it's the least surprising headline I've ever seen.
The rest of the top 5 on their list: Singapore came in at number 2.
Okay.
Vienna, Austria came in at number 3.
Right.
Sydney, Australia, number 4. And
I've heard
Melbourne
Sydney is very similar to San Diego in many ways.
Melbourne is number 5. So
Tony, Bossy Tony,
2 Australia.
my beloved. Can't wait. He'll be here beginning of September. Going to be taking him to his to a baseball game. He's very excited about it.
Aussie Tony. Cannot wait.
That's the thing. You can drive even up to Orange County, not even all the way up to LA.
Yeah.
And it's totally different there. I mean, there's similarities, but I can instantly tell that I'm not in San Diego anymore.
Yeah, drive to Riverside and tell me.
You can really instantly tell.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. All right, boys. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, there's no game today, but fair enough. I know they won't lose today.
Correct.
The
Are there games on
continue.
tonight that I need to pay attention to, Ben?
It's a
You're
good
supposed
question.
to tell me every day who I need to
you're
root
cheering for.
Yeah.
Well, today's schedule, if you'd like a rooting interest for a couple of games, you can cheer for the Toronto Blue Jays against the Chicago Cubs, and cheer for the Washington Nationals against the Philadelphia Phillies, and cheer for the Atlanta Braves against the New York Mets.
Mets.
Those would be your
smoked
three
yesterday.
Rooting interest. They were up 6.
They were up 6-0.
Nothing.
Yep.
And they gave up 9 in the fourth.
God.
And lost 11-6. Just when they thought we just had a really good win, hit a bunch of homers, we're up 6-0, we're good. And then they give up 11 unanswered runs and they lose.
Just incredible.
Mets are kind of still in the torture
They
chamber.
are. They're trying to figure it out. Man.
Yeah. If the Nationals happen to beat the Phillies, Padres would be tied for the second seed in the NL.
Yep.
The bye in the first round.
Yes.
So that's important for sure.
It's going to be a really fun 41 games left to go, my friends. And you can, if you missed out on some Padres talk, you can have plenty of it. An hour commercial free coming up.
Just a reminder, this hour on the Fan brought to you by Moneyline HQ in Encinitas. You can join all three of us at 6 o'clock this Saturday for a night of fun baseball watching at Moneyline, the new sports bar in Encinitas with 30 TVs, 2 patios, amazing food and drinks, and we're going to have a bunch of giveaways, including a Jackson Merrill signed jersey. That's this Saturday, 6 p.m., Moneyline Sports HQ, 345 South Coast Highway 101. Oh, we're not done. We're heading over to the round table. See you there in just a couple of minutes here on 97.3 The Fan.